Happy New Year, everybody. Wow, that was loud. I'm glad I had you on mute. It is all over the place. Happy New Year. I hope you had a wonderful holidays. Certainly, if you celebrate Christmas and whatnot, I hope it was lovely and you enjoyed it. I appreciate it. One thing that's for sure is I am committed. It's going to be a lot of cleanup, by the way. That's going to be a lot of cleanup. Happy New Year's. We got a little bubbly on hand just to celebrate. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful holidays. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where, you know, we look forward to it all year and then it's gone before you even know it. Like, as soon as today and tomorrow is over, I mean, it's pretty much over, which so sad. It's so sad. This hat is way too small. We got amazing videos for you today. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Slayer Kitty, what's going on? Jace, Karina, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just watching, welcome as well. What's going on, Luke? Happy New Year. It's going to be a good one. I feel like it. 2025 is going to be a good one. Fingers crossed. I mean, at this point, we got to go up at some point, right? We got to go up. We have a Formula One video to start off with, and then we have another Formula One video. This is TikToks instead of the first one's kind of a nice one, and it's good timing. It's literally a story of the 2024 season, so that's kind of a nice wrap up. We have a 4 minutes fan con as well, and then we have a TikTok edit of the Buccaneers, and then we are moving on to finish the stream with NuNew reacting to the next Prince pilot. Obviously, we've seen Z react to it, so it's kind of fitting that we'd see NuNew react to it as well and get his thoughts on the pilot, which the show should be out hopefully soon. But yeah, if you'd like to request your own videos, you can certainly do so. I don't have any of this open. You know, I knew I was going to forget something because I've been gone for a while. If you're watching on YouTube, you might think, you haven't been gone, you've been posting. Well, I pre-recorded those quite early in December and released them when I needed them. So you would think that I was still streaming live and still working. They're still filming, right? Yeah, oh gosh. It's interesting. All right, let's make sure I actually have this stuff pulled up. Okay. Now I think we're ready. Is the Discord? No, Discord's not pulled up either. I had to turn off everything because I was gone, because you don't want to just leave every electronic you have going. That's a waste of money, isn't it? All right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's not even highlighting the right part of Discord. Hold on a second, folks. Obviously, this is a live stream because I would edit all this part out. But that's what makes it charming, doesn't it? Me fumbling over technology. All right. There we go. If you'd like to request your own, you can certainly do so. ToddReacts.com. The season and series tiers is where you can request videos. The season tier gets 2 YouTube videos a month, and the series tier gets 3 videos a month. Just to give you a kind of a quick rundown of those. Also, while you're there, check out the winter collection of merch available right now. Items, everything you can possibly think of, honestly. Members of the website save 15%. It ships globally. Lots of colors to choose from. Sizes are very inclusive. So go ahead and check those out. I am obviously not wearing a Todd Reacts merch item right now. We're dressed up. We're fancy. We're a little fancy today. Top hat and everything. Check out the accessories as well. Currently have an energy drink in the rocks glass, and this is not in store. that is a champagne flute. Insulated tumbler. Always got this thing on me. Keep that thing on me. And my phone is somewhere over there. I threw it. But it's got this one on it. The snap case. So check it out. Quality is guaranteed. If you see any sort of like visual issue or whatever, just reach out to the customer service email and they will hook you up. They'll either replace it or refund you for pretty quickly actually. They're very quick with their responses, which is awesome. The contact page is on the bottom of the website, and it's this first email, contact@support.toddreacts.com. So quality is guaranteed. Very nice. Ships are all over the world. Alrighty. And last but certainly not least, we got... Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Join the Discord. It's an amazing group of lovely people. Very nice community. And it's growing by the day, which is awesome. As you can see at the top here, it does tell you when I'm live via Twitch. These are all recorded live via Twitch. It's just an easier platform to use. Obviously, YouTube is very strict in their implementation of copyright, so they'll literally just shut you down while you're streaming. As opposed to Twitch, which just mutes your audio after the stream, which is totally fine. And then I download it and then upload it to YouTube. Just a much easier way to go about it to do these. So check it out. If you'd like to check it out, the link is obviously right here in the event details. And we have a lot of lovely people in here. 188 members. Thank you, Jace. 188 members currently. So join us. We're very friendly. we won't bite. Introduce yourself if you'd like to in the Introduce Yourself channel. If you'd like to request a channel, maybe you're interested in something and you don't see it in the Discord currently, you can certainly request it. Nothing's too, off topic. There is no topic. It's whatever you want it to be, which is nice. The lobby is just kind of general chat. Updates from me, that's if stream's running late or I have to cancel it or I have to, pre-record a stream. So we're doing that early. All these things. It's just a nice way for me to just blast a shout out about the channel generally. You can see the fandoms here as well. I'll just quickly scroll through them. You can look at it on your own time, or you can just join and take a look. You don't have to jump into any conversations if you don't want to, or until you feel comfortable, I guess. A lot of fun stuff as well here. Gaming, pet pictures, book club, food pictures is always interesting because we're all from all walks of life. So it's, we're eating very different things usually. Hobbies, tech talk, all these kinds of things. Just a ton of fun. So if you'd like to join. Kate Widget thought you said Discord tells you when you're lying instead of lying. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Yes, so join the Discord. It's free. The link is everywhere. It's below the YouTube videos. It's on the Twitch profile. It's on YouTube's About section. It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. So go ahead and check it out. It's on the website too. If you look at the top, let me just pull it up and point it out. Why don't I point it out? That sounds like a good idea. It is right here. Boom. Right at the top. Next to the Twitch icon that's blinking live. So whenever I'm live, that also blinks, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's right up at the top here. So go ahead and click on that, and it'll give you a little invite to the Discord. So just make sure you have the app installed or whatever, and you should be able to join. Obviously, if you haven't already, if you have, I appreciate it. But if you haven't already, go ahead and hit this subscribe button. It kind of stands out a little bit. Like it's visible. It is there. It's big. It's proud. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I appreciate it greatly if you've already done so. Doesn't help monetarily, but it is a nice way to, I don't know, boost the channel's reputation, I guess. Maybe more people are inclined to click on a video if they see the channel's a little larger. That might be a thing. So yeah, help with that. I appreciate it. And it'll make it easier for YouTube to be like, oh, you want to see these videos? Here's your videos. Here it is. Take it. Take the videos. Whenever you log into YouTube. So hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Over 13,100 of you have hit that button, which is awesome. That is a number I never thought I would ever see, ever. I started this channel 3 years ago, over 3 years ago at this point, and that's a number I never thought I would see, which is amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah. As you can see, we're a little festive around here. Oh no. I just turned around and looked at the confetti damage. Oh no. Oh no, it's everywhere. Oh gosh. Commitment to bit. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Well, that'll be what I'll be doing after this. I'll be picking up confetti for 3 hours. But let's go ahead and jump into some of these vids, shall we? First up, we have the spectacular story of the 2024 Formula One season. Why is my eye crying? What's happening? Am I crying about picking up the confetti? What's happening? Spectacular story of the 2024 Formula One season. This should be good. Should be a nice little wrap up. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
It's the 2nd of March, and Formula One is back in Bahrain for the 2024 season, which would prove to be one of the most competitive Formula One seasons in years. The world champions are Max Verstappen and Red Bull, looking to extend their run of dominance and win their 4th world championship in a row. Lewis Hamilton is entering his final year at Mercedes.
At least it's not glitter. Yeah, exactly.
Ferrari. And elsewhere, there are drivers like Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, and Carlos Sainz.
I did
all
try to make it
dethrone
large.
Max Verstappen and win their first Formula One world championship.
Yeah.
Heading into 2024, Formula One was set for a fantastic season, with a number of championship contenders from a variety of different teams. But although that was the case, at the season opener in Bahrain, it was the reigning champion Max Verstappen who started his campaign off with a bang.
And it's lights out and away we go! Max Verstappen wins the Bahrain Grand Prix!
In the very first race of the season, Max Verstappen would pick up exactly where he left off, putting in a dominant performance which saw the Dutchman take victory once again.
Simply lovely.
In qualifying, the reigning champ would do what he does best, putting in a perfect lap to take pole position for the race. And after an amazing start on lap 1,
it's a little early here where I am,
dominating the rest of the grid to win the first race of the season. This was Max Verstappen's 8th win in a row, which saw himself and Red Bull jump to the top of the World Championship standings. But although the Dutchman would dominate once again at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, it was the scarlet-coloured Ferraris who were making all of the headlines. This is Carlos Sainz, Ferrari's driver from Spain,
5 o'clock
who just
somewhere,
found out he was
say.
Getting replaced by Lewis Hamilton next year.
It's
so
almost
as you guys
noon
can imagine,
here.
Carlos was determined to prove himself in 2024 and wouldn't let
I'll consider
anything
this a
get in
brunch.
his way.
Commiserations to Carlos Sainz, but it was announced today that he is suffering from appendicitis.
Enter Oliver Behrman. This is Oliver Behrman, Ferrari's 18-year-old reserve driver, who stepped in for Carlos Sainz in Jeddah and became the team's youngest ever Formula One driver. Despite being inexperienced,
18?
Behrman coped with the pressure brilliantly, putting in a fantastic drive in his first Grand Prix, which saw him finish in a respectable 7th place. This, unsurprisingly, caught the attention of the entire Formula One paddock, which allowed Behrman to pick up a seat at Haas for the 2025 season. But despite his performance in Jeddah, it would be Carlos Sainz back in the car for the Australian Grand Prix, and when he returned, he did so with a vengeance.
Wow, could you imagine being 18 years old out there?
The Australian Grand Prix.
At the 2024 Australian Grand Prix,
You know what's
Carlos
funny
Sainz
is if
would
he was in the
produce an
US, he couldn't even drink that
absolutely
champagne.
stunning drive, which shocked the paddock and saw the Spaniard break Max Verstappen's 9-race
Gotta be 21
win streak.
to
Despite
drink
having
in the US.
appendicitis, Sainz looked remarkably comfortable,
So he
putting
wouldn't be
in
able
a
to drink champagne
phenomenal
for
lap on
years.
Saturday to take 2nd place for the Grand Prix. And after Max Verstappen suffered a brake failure on lap 3, the Spaniard would capitalise on the opportunity, winning in spectacular fashion ahead of teammate Charles Leclerc. This was Ferrari's first win of the season, which saw them close up to Red Bull in the World Championship standings. And after a 3rd place finish at the Japanese Grand Prix, Carlos Sainz had scored a podium at every single race going into the 2024 Chinese Grand Prix, which saw another bright star take centre stage, putting in one of the greatest performances of all time.
All right, let's see it. Definitely behind a few people.
Lance Stroll. They say there are 3 staples in life: death, taxes,
What?
and Lance Stroll being a moron, and 2024 proved absolutely no different whatsoever. Once again, Lance proved himself to be a reliable part of the Formula 1 paddock. But unfortunately for Aston Martin fans, Stroll was reliably terrible instead of reliably getting good results on track. He would crash into others, refuse to take any accountability whatsoever, and give us some of the most insightful interviews we've ever seen before.
What is not clicking for you behind the wheel at the moment?
I don't know.
All of these incidents led to a lot of debate on social media, with many believing that Lance should lose his seat on the Formula 1 grid. But despite all that chaos, the next race in Miami somehow proved even more eventful, after one of Formula 1's most popular drivers achieved his first ever win in the sport.
That took such a turn. It's just like, oh yeah, and this guy
It's a Lambo
was not
day
doing anything.
for Lando. Lando Norris wins for the first time in Formula 1. It's victory in Miami for Norris and McLaren.
After 5 years in Formula 1, Lando Norris would finally achieve his goal, taking victory at the Miami Grand Prix to win the first race of his Formula 1 career. After starting the race in 5th, Norris would stay out on the medium tyres, hoping for a safety car which would put him in the race lead. And when Sargent and Magnussen came together, Lando had found his lucky break, going on to win the Grand Prix by a remarkable
that definitely helps if
7.6
second and third take
seconds.
each other out.
This was Lando Norris's first win in the sport, which went completely viral on Formula 1 social media. And on the top step of the podium, Lando would stand alongside Max Verstappen and the Monegasque hero Charles Leclerc, who 2 races later would win his home Grand Prix in style.
Hey, you like that? Oh, that's beautiful.
In 2017, Charles Leclerc lost his father, and in his final days, he told his father
I
a white
love the
lie
fact-
that he'd made it to Formula 1, that he'd signed the contract. It wasn't
love
true
the
then,
fact-
but his driving has made it true now.
Oh my
And look
gosh.
what he's done with the
I love the fact that they can race in open streets. Well, closed, obviously, but legit streets. That is so cool. That is so interesting. Could you imagine living there and being able to look down off your balcony or window or whatever and just see a race going on? That'd be so loud.
opportunity.
Again, and start the season off.
I'm sure those
with
apartments or
celebrations
condos
for
or whatever they
Ferrari.
are
Charles
so
Leclerc
expensive.
Wins the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Just because of
Mercedes
that.
threw everything at him today. Charles Leclerc has coped brilliantly. He won in Spa. He wins in Monza.
The grandstands he saw built as a kid growing up now rise for him, and for the first time in 93 years this fabled race is won by one of their own. Charles Leclerc wins the Monaco Grand Prix.
We won it,
That's awesome.
finally.
It's mission accomplished, destiny fulfilled. You've got that one forever.
The 2024 Monaco Grand Prix saw a dream come true for Charles Leclerc after winning his home race for the first time in his Formula 1 career. In qualifying, the Monegasque would put in an unbelievable lap to take pole position, ahead of the McLaren of Oscar Piastri, who lined up in 2nd place. And despite failing to convert pole on a number of different occasions, Leclerc would hold his nerve to win by 7.1 seconds. This was a win that united the entire Formula 1 community, with every fan base happy to see Charles Leclerc win his home race. And after 7 years of torment, Leclerc had finally done it, and celebrated by jumping into the famous Monaco harbour.
That's so cool.
What happens next? Max Verstappen wins the next 2 races in style, dominating the rest of the grid before arriving at the Red Bull Ring for the Austrian Grand Prix. Once again in qualifying, it was Max Verstappen on pole, with Lando Norris in 2nd after a close battle on Saturday. The race gets underway and the two charge off into the distance, going wheel to wheel on a number of occasions when fighting for the lead. This fight between the two championship contenders was extremely exciting for Formula One fans.
You know what's
Because with
interesting?
Max Verstappen in front and Lando Norris behind.
I'm old enough to remember a time when this thing around the head didn't exist. That must be new, or like new-ish. Like this little like protective ring around the head in case they flip or something. I'm pretty sure that did not exist previously. I remember seeing Formula One years ago, like decades at this point, and that not being there, and just going, boy, if they like flip or something, their like head is just there. Like that seems super dangerous. Like I've never seen that. That's got to be somewhat newish.
Behind on quicker tires,
It makes sense, though.
The two are about to give us
It's like having a
some
roll
clean
bar
and
or roll
fair
cage
racing action.
in a NASCAR car.
He's got a puncher. He's damaged his front wing.
But then again, now you have this thing in
So
front
yeah,
of you that
instead
you're
of
like
giving us
looking
clean and fair
around.
racing, Max and Lando would finish off the podium after a catastrophic incident. During the last phase of the race,
Yeah,
Lando
look at
would
that.
swap
Wow,
onto the medium
that's
tyre,
weird.
which gave him
I've
a massive
never seen
pace
that before.
advantage on the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. And after failing to get past the Dutchman on a number of different occasions, the two would make contact, which saw Norris DNF.
It used to just be their
This
heads
DNF
just
was
bobbling.
a huge blow to McLaren and Lando Norris, who slipped further behind Max Verstappen in the World Championship standings. And after 71 laps of racing action, we'd eventually get an unpredictable podium, with George Russell, Oscar Piastri, and Carlos Sainz occupying the top 3 spots.
Wow.
The Austrian Grand Prix was a race of complete and utter chaos, but the next race in Silverstone was a spectacle like no other.
Is Verstappen far enough back? He's going to make the lunge down the inside. Hamilton sees him coming. It's a late lunge by Verstappen, who takes the lead of the race.
This has been manipulated, man.
Max Verstappen, for the first time ever, is champion of the world.
Oh, I'm just speechless.
That's got to feel so good.
Simply speechless.
Welcome everybody to Silverstone on this special Sunday for a British Grand Prix.
Kind of interesting how all of these tracks look very different. Some are in the city, some are by a beach, some are just in the middle of nowhere. They all look different. They're different.
He is the man
shapes.
who raises the bar, who raises the stats, who takes things to stratospheric
Kind of different,
levels.
obviously,
Don't
than
call it a
NASCAR, where it's
comeback.
literally
He's been
just
here
one
for
big
years.
oval
Lewis
that
Hamilton
they go around.
wins the British Grand Prix.
Get in there, Lewis. You the man.
Obviously, I'm more familiar with NASCAR
At
because
the British
it's
Grand
an
Prix,
American
Lewis
thing.
Hamilton would take victory
Starting
over
in the
Mercedes
legend
after over
of
900
bootlegging,
days without a race win.
aka
Mercedes locked out the front row, and led
carrying
comfortably
illegal
until lap
booze
20,
in the
when
back
both
of your
McLaren drivers
car
came
and then
charging
going as
past
fast
in
as you
wet
can.
conditions. Although many believe that it was Norris who was going to
Instead,
win the race,
instead
an
of racing each other, you're racing the cops.
excellent strategy by Mercedes saw
It's such a
Hamilton
great
retake
history
the
there.
top spot. The 2024 British Grand Prix was an absolutely chaotic race, which saw 3 different teams in contention for the win. But despite this, the Hungarian Grand Prix proved even more eventful after a number of
That
controversies
is a beautiful
and an
track. Oh my-
Australian driver's
what?
first
That thing was
ever win in
airborne.
the sport.
Oscar Piastri wins for the first time in Formula One.
Despite the chaos of Silverstone, the Hungarian Grand Prix proved even more interesting due to the absolute meltdown that occurred at McLaren. Although it was Oscar Piastri who was in the lead, the team favoured Lando Norris with the strategy, allowing the British driver to take the lead on lap 50 of the race. But when they realised that this was an unfair call, they controversially swapped the positions, allowing Piastri to take the checkered flag first and be victorious in the race. This was Oscar Piastri's first win in the sport, which unfortunately took place under a controversial strategy call. And after another crazy race in Spa and a 4-week summer break,
That's like, oh gosh, that's like that movie with Ford Ferrari about Le Mans and Christian Bale's character taking the L so the other guy could get it.
it was back to racing at the 2024 Dutch Grand Prix, which saw us say
Right.
goodbye to one of
Throw a
Formula
Hans
One's
Zimmer.
brightest stars,
That's
being
hilarious.
replaced for the next race at the Italian Grand Prix. 2024 was not only a year of intense racing on track, but also a year of loss, with both Logan Sargeant and Daniel Ricciardo being replaced mid-season. Despite his heroic years at Red Bull, Ricciardo was unable to regain his form, and was replaced by Liam Lawson in a surprise mid-season change. And over at Williams, Logan Sargeant was replaced by Argentine Franco Colapinto, which saw the end to his 1.5 years in the sport. It goes without saying that despite the losses of Ricciardo and Sargeant, their replacements did a fantastic job and deserved their spot in Formula 1, with Franco Colapinto immediately making his mark at the Italian Grand Prix, which saw
if you
6 overtakes
instantly
from the
win,
Argentine,
it's a great
another
decision.
botched McLaren strategy,
That
and
is
the
a great
return of
decision.
Ferrari to the top step of the Monza podium.
Charles Leclerc is the winner of the Italian Grand Prix.
At the Italian Grand Prix, Ferrari were back where they belong, winning in spectacular fashion in front of an adoring home crowd. In qualifying, Charles Leclerc would put his Ferrari in fourth, with McLaren once again locking out the front row of the grid. And despite Oscar Piastri pulling off an incredible overtake on lap 1, Leclerc would win the race with a fantastic one-stop strategy. This was Ferrari's first home win in years, which saw them close up to
weird, the
McLaren
wheels were
in
like
the
bent
constructors' standings.
inward.
But
It's
despite
strange.
losing out in Monza, McLaren would bounce back in Azerbaijan, with Oscar Piastri producing the best drive of his career.
Halo. Throw in the Halo soundtrack.
After narrowly missing out in Monza, Oscar
Makes
Piastri
everything
produced
epic.
a stunning drive in Azerbaijan, winning a fantastic race ahead of the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. The two went toe-to-toe throughout the race, drifting around corners and giving us some incredible action, including Oscar Piastri's unbelievable dive bomb on lap 20 of the race.
How brave is he feeling on the brakes? It's a dive bomb move. It's a change of lead.
But that wasn't all, because in
That
the
was
dying
good.
laps of the
That was
race,
so
there was
smooth.
also a dramatic crash between Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez.
Oh.
We're heading into the wall at high speed. Sainz and Perez make collision.
This was a massive setback for Red Bull, who were slipping further away from McLaren in the World Championship standings, until Formula 1 arrived at the Brazilian Grand Prix, which saw intense rain, a handful of crashes, and one of the greatest performances in Formula 1 history.
I can't even imagine driving that fast during rain. Can't even imagine it. I would be crashing against the wall pretty quickly. It's already difficult enough. Add water to it? Good grief. Does it look like they're going slower? They probably are.
Max Verstappen wins the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
At the 2024 Brazilian Grand Prix, Max Verstappen would put
How
in an
are you seeing
unbelievable
if you're behind
performance,
anybody?
winning the
Did you
race
see that
after
mist
starting
just shoot
17th
up?
on the grid. In qualifying, the Dutchman
You
would
can't
miss
be
out on
behind
Q3
somebody.
after Lance Stroll crashed and brought out the red flag. But despite starting at the back, Verstappen would claw his way through the field, making overtake after overtake to win an absolutely chaotic race. The Brazilian
my
Grand Prix was
That would
one of the
blind
best
you
races
so
of the
bad.
season, which saw an outstanding performance by the reigning champion Max Verstappen, one which turned the tables on the championship battle, extended his lead over Lando Norris, and will go down as one of the greatest drives in Formula 1 history. But hey, maybe he was just lucky, right?
Maybe.
Max Verstappen, you are a 4-time world champion. That is a phenomenal, phenomenal achievement.
Oh my god, man, what a season. 4 times.
At the Las Vegas Grand Prix, Max Verstappen would secure his 4th world title, to put his name among the greats of Formula 1. The Dutchman was absolutely outstanding.
He's not even
the
that
whole
old
season,
either.
consistently outperforming his car and producing some of the best performances of his entire career.
For the 60th time in Formula 1, Max Verstappen takes the win.
2024
So
was
incredible.
a defining year for Max Verstappen, which saw him secure the driver's title with 2 races to go. And when Formula One arrived in Abu Dhabi, there was only the Constructors' title to play for, which saw a historic battle take place between Ferrari and McLaren.
Charles Leclerc wins the US Grand Prix. For the second time in Formula One, Lando Norris wins.
The two constructors went toe-to-toe throughout the year, trading wins and battling each other during one of the most competitive seasons in Formula One history.
Carlos Sainz wins
That's
the
cool.
Mexico City Grand Prix.
You definitely want, you know,
And after a season-long
some
fight,
bit
the
of
battle was
competition.
eventually won by McLaren.
It would be
after
kind of
some
weird if they
excellent
just swept
performances on
every
track,
race,
including Oscar
or almost all
Piastri's
the big
2
ones.
wins throughout the year, and an outstanding drive by Lando Norris in the season finale, which saw him take victory in the race.
McLaren are world champions of 2024.
Ooh, wow.
2024 was an absolutely incredible season, which saw 7 different race winners and the first McLaren championship since 2008. But at the end of it all, it was the reigning champion Max Verstappen who would conquer the competition and put his name among the greatest drivers in Formula One history.
Wow. Absolute. I love how my video is popping up as a recommended. Why is YouTube recommending myself to myself? That's weird. Here we go ahead and throw a like on that video. Link to the original video is down below in the YouTube description when it gets posted. Go ahead and check it out. Also check out the channel. They might have other videos that are really great as well. But, wow, that is... Yeah, right? YouTube's like, you might like this video. Like, I was there. I've been a part of it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and bring up some information on certainly this past year of Formula One. Kind of get a little bit more context. That's what we're all about here. Alrighty. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It's been interesting for sure. It's been interesting. A lot of traveling. Obviously, I had to fly back to my parents' place and fly back here. I flew back literally yesterday, yesterday morning. So I'm a little under the weather, but I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. For some reason, travel and spending time in other places just kind of gets you sick or something. I don't know what it is. It's like a guarantee almost. But Max Verstappen, McLaren, and more Auto Week's top 10 Formula One stories of 2024. I mean, of course it's going to be Max. Guy was dominating. Okay, admit it. You didn't predict that McLaren was going to win the 2024 championship. We didn't either. Below is our top 10 list of Formula One stories, both on and off the track. Well, certainly one of them is probably going to be the retirement of Ricciardo. I had dental work today. What a way to end the year. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Max Verstappen wins 4th world title. That's incredible. Winning a 4th consecutive. That's the key word. Consecutive world title. I mean, at that point, you're your own destiny. Or what do they call that? Wait, whoa. What do they call that? It's not destiny. It's oh shoot. When you win like 3 championships in a row, I think they do call you a destiny. Something like that. I can't remember at this point. The champagne's going to my head. I can't remember. It was an expectation preseason, but after a strong start to the campaign, winning 4 of the first 5, 7 out of the first 10, the victories dried up. But his rivals made inroads on Red Bull and then overtook, Max kept banking the podiums and the points to keep the chasing pack at arm's length. That's smart. He might not have been winning first place, but he was at least on the podium or close to it. Just as cracks began to appear with Lando Norris closing in on Verstappen, the world champion delivered with a drive for the ages in the rain of Brazil, rising from 17th on the grid to claim a famous win. I mean, that's pretty impressive to go from 17th starting point to finishing first. It all but secured the title for Verstappen, who duly sealed the deal at the following event in Las Vegas. Wow. Yeah, to go from 17 to first is impressive. But I guess in the rain, you're just kind of hoping people like crash or driving a little slower. Maybe you can shoot by them real quick. McLaren ends 26-year wait for Constructors' Championship. McLaren was only third best team across the opening rounds, but a sizable upgrade package in Miami propelled the McLaren into contention. Lando Norris claimed a breakthrough victory. From then on, McLaren was a regular win challenger, and while there were setbacks and missed chances, it began to chip away at Red Bull's points lead. Ferrari emerged as the biggest threat, but McLaren held firm. McLaren's 6 wins was the lowest by a champion team for a generation in an ultra-competitive season. It's also the consistency of big scores from Norris and Oscar Piastri. Piastri? Piastri. That put the team back on top. I probably butchered that. Lewis Hamilton joins Ferrari in multi-year deal. News broke that he would be joining Ferrari in 2025, multi-year deal. Sure, it was for an ungodly amount of money. Considering, as we learned last time, he could charge or earn, I think it was $177,000 US per Instagram post. Number one in F1. $177,000 US per post. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Could you imagine making, I don't know, make one a month? That's a lot of money. Just off of, some text and an image? Maybe a quick photo shoot? Also set the ball rolling on a silly season that was to twist and turn across the following months. A wild, silly season Red Bull veterans exit. Carlos Sainz, pictured, was the highest profile free agent for several months as he evaluated his options for being unseated by Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari deal, before eventually committing his future to Williams. Esteban Ocon's Alpine relationship disintegrated. Wow. And he up sticks to Haas. What does that even mean? Replacing Sauber-bound Nico Hülkenberg. I have no idea what I just said. It's a bunch of words that came out of my mouth, and I have no idea what just happened. Red Bull's driver saga then took up most of the column inches. What? Daniel Ricciardo clung to his seat with Racing Bulls before the axe swung in Singapore, bringing his Formula One career to a close in relatively unedifying fashion. That's sad. That's really sad. Red Bull committed to Sergio Perez despite his underperformance, but eventually a tipping point was reached and a severance package was reached with the Mexican. Yeah, I feel bad for Ricardo. It would have been nice to just retire at the end of the season and just, ride off into the sunset. But to be replaced and then retire, oof. You want to leave on your own accord. That is not good. But it happens, apparently. It's a thing. So you either get out mid-season or they replace you. You know what? You would have hoped that they would have given them like a little hat tip, a little, inside baseball, like, hey, you're about to get replaced. So that way you could be like, oh, okay, I'll just retire. Like if he was thinking that. Youth Revolution invades F1. Perhaps it was Oliver Behrman's impressive cameo in Saudi Arabia started it all. After an unchanged 23-24 lineup, teams turned to youth when looking to 2025 and beyond. Ferrari Jr. Behrman, pictured, inked a multi-year Haas deal and had 2 more races as a stand-in. Alpine went for Jack Doohan, and Sauber signed F2 champion Gabriel Bortoleto. Leon Lawson will set up the Red Bull with just 11 races under his belt. I mean, these are really young, inexperienced drivers, but obviously they did well. I mean, certainly Oliver did well. Youngest of all, though, will be Andrea Kimi Antonelli, pictured left. Right there. Long anointed as Hamilton's successor, but accelerated through to a Mercedes seat, aged just 18. Fresh face. Wow. That's incredible. Red Bull's off-track saga, Naoui leaves. During the opening rounds, Red Bull continued to dominate on and off the track. As controversy enveloped team boss Christian Horner over allegations of improper conduct. Yikes. That is a very broad term, not getting into specifics. I always hate when they do that because it's just, it's leaving it up to interpretation. Like, are we talking like monster here? Or are we talking like, oh, this is just some goofy law that, or, you know, goofy rule that they have that he broke? You know, maybe missed curfew or something, as opposed to, oh yeah, this guy's a monster, like did something heinous. Horner was eventually cleared of wrongdoing by an external investigation. Well, at least it was external, but then again, they hired the external investigator. But not before the murmurings of discord has fully exploded into public view. Oh, okay. Jos Verstappen, among Horner's biggest critics and advisor, Helmut Marko, was wading into the situation. We got to find out what happened here, or what's being alleged. Let's figure this out. We got to know. We got to know. I got to know. All right. Controversy, maybe? Oh, yeah. It's kind of what I expected, honestly. Kind of what I expected. A little misconduct, if you will. Let's see here. Early of February 2024, reports surfaced that a female Red Bull employee told the organization's parent company that Horner had engaged in inappropriate controlling behavior. Red Bull conducted an internal investigation, formally clear internal. Come on now. But a mere day later, a flood of suggestive texts, naughty suggestive texts, and photos allegedly sent between Horner and the accuser were leaked to prominent F1 officials. Oh boy. Former racing driver Jos Verstappen and the father of Max then told the Daily Mail that he felt Horner should be removed from his position, saying, "The team is in danger of being torn apart. It can't go on the way it is. It will explode. He is playing the victim when he is the one causing the problems." Dang. Wow. Okay, Dad. If I'm Max, I'm like, all right, this kind of puts me in a weird spot because he's obviously a former racing driver, so he's got a say there, right? But also, you're the one currently racing. I'd be like, hey, I get you want to make statements, but can you not like weigh into these waters? Like, just let them handle it. But I get it. You want to, you know, it does. It is not a good spotlight. It is a negative spotlight. But the fact that they internally investigated, like, come on now. We all know that's BS. We all know it's BS. If they hire an investigator or something like that, it's got to be completely external. They didn't hire him, you know, they don't know him, etc. But yeah, the fact that they found nothing and then a mere day later, all these texts are exploded, like clearly Red Bull was trying to cover this up. Good grief. FIA, the governing body of motorsports, put out a statement response to the formal complaint. Statement, which was released, read, "At the FIA, inquiries and complaints are received and managed by the compliance officer and the ethics committee where appropriate. Both bodies operate autonomously, guaranteeing strict confidentiality throughout the process. As a consequence, in general, we're unable to confirm the receipt of any such complaint." Oh my gosh. "We will be able to provide further comment, unlikely, on the complaints that we may receive from any parties." Oh, okay, so we're done. We can't comment. Oh, the accuser was suspended. Oh, that's dirty. Oh, that's dirty. On March 7th, it was reported that Red Bull had allegedly suspended the female employee who had accused Horner of misconduct with full pay, thankfully. Spokesperson of Red Bull merely called it an internal matter and declined to comment further. Horner's accuser has reportedly appealed the decision. made by Red Bull's investigation into the allegations. Oh my God. That's terrible. Ooh, that's dirty. That's so dirty. That is so dirty. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Appeal dismissed. Have been dismissed. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. That's gross. Other team managers have also called for more information given the efforts being made by F1 and teams to make the paddock less hostile to female staff. As a sport, we can't afford to leave things vague and opaque on critical topics like this, said Mercedes team principal. That's unbelievable. Oh my gosh. He's married. Not surprising. Not surprising. That is crazy. That's unbelievable. Allegations of inappropriate behavior made against Christian Horner by a female colleague have been dismissed for a second time. Cleared by an independent lawyer hired by Red Bull. Let's not forget that. After the claims were made at the end of last year, as well as threatening his future, they also appeared to destabilize the core of the team. They remained hanging over Horner. When his accuser appealed his decision, second investigation carried out by a separate lawyer hired by Red Bull has now recommended that the appeal be dismissed. The accuser was suspended from the team, and her current situation's unknown. That's crazy. All stages of the appeal process have now been concluded with the final outcome that the appeal is not upheld, said Red Bull. Red Bull is committed to continuing to meet the highest workplace standards. You dogs. You dogs. That's crazy. During that period, messages purportedly sent between the accuser and Horner have been leaked, and there's been a public rift at Red Bull. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. That's so dirty. So dirty. Ugh. Is it surprising at all? No. God, that's terrible. Top 10 F1 drivers of 2024 is chosen by the drivers. Those are some nice looking trophies. Kind of interesting. Obviously, these are less impressive. That one's kind of cool. In the middle. Oh my gosh. Top 10 drivers chosen by the drivers. Obviously, not surprising. Max is still number 1. Norris went up 2 spots to number 2. Leclerc went up to 2 spots to number 3. Russell's a new entry. Piastri went up 3. Sands was 6. Same as last year. Gasly up 2. Hulkenberg, new entry. Alonso down 6. Yikes. Hamilton down 8. So definitely an off year for Hamilton, but he can still make it up. He can still make it up in Instagram posts, apparently. Ay, ay, ay. I wish it was a surprise and not exactly what I expected to happen. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. That's so dirty. So dirty. Red Bull should be ashamed of themselves. Obviously, they're sweeping it under the rug. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's kick off the second video. It is Formula 1 TikTok Edits Compilation Part 3. Let's make sure this is, well, it is TikTok, so I do have to adjust it a little bit so we can get more of the TikTok in the screen there. Okay, I think that'll do it. Go ahead and get started. I think probably the funniest part is seeing the trophy get thrown like that.
Not a common rose.
Meanwhile, you know some guy was like polishing it all day to make it perfect and was wearing like white gloves.
I remember her.
Oh.
I remember all of it.
These are all member requested videos. If you'd like to do so, head on over to toddreacts.com.
I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on, honey, and all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet.
What's the password?
Fuck them all.
It's a heck of a password.
But here comes the Narratria battle! Yeah! Sebastian Vettel, you are the world champion! The world champion, well done, enjoy it!
Gosh, that confetti went into my closet. It's everywhere.
When you see the step that SMaltby made over the winter, show that if we get it right with the concept of the car, you know, the aero and the balance, we can win a championship. But I don't want to wait until 2026 when we have the new engine regulations.
Frick, me neither. You can be here for like 20 more years, 30 more years. I can't.
Well, who's has?
Here's a question. When does Formula One and NASCAR adopt electric vehicles? And every vehicle has to be electric. That's going to be kind of interesting, because how do you tune those to be different? I guess you could still do the suspension and, you know, stuff like that, but it becomes a little less
Who we have here? Oh my god.
kind of engineer focused.
Daniel. Daniel.
I definitely think Ricardo should be somewhat involved in broadcasting. Dude's got a personality on him that's wild. Clearly funny. Very quick on his feet. He should be like color commentary for like the races and whatnot.
Oh, mate, I have been waiting for this. Jeez.
Come to me, look at what you done to me. You put a gun to me, then you brought the sun to me. Shine like blood diamonds, learning to have patience only cause you are timeless. The universe
whatever Aston gave him this way. I can only guess.
Bye-bye. I'm still the bad guy.
Have this this whole aura about you and who you are, is that the genuine Kimmy? Do you have to act up to be that way?
The first emotion that comes to mind to describe driving a Formula 1 car?
Normal.
I don't wanna talk right now. Don't know where you are right now. I just wanna watch TV. Did you see me on TV? I'll stay in the pool and drown. I'll try not to starve myself. I don't
That was brutal.
watch you just because you're mad. I'll be in denial for at least a little while. Already out the plans
No, I don't find it hard. I mean, anytime someone calls me Jules, so it gives me a flat smile on my face. I don't see it as a bad thing. He was a great person. We were very close, but on the other hand, anytime someone remembers of him makes me smile because he needs to be remembered in this sport. He was a great driver, but also a great person.
That's so sad.
No masters or kings when the ritual begins. There is no sweeter innocence than ardent of sin. In the madness and soil of that sadly seen. Only then I am human. Only then I am clean.
Hey Daniel, what took you so long? 2 words, Max. Las Vegas.
That's so cool. That would be an interesting one to see. Number one, you're in Las Vegas, so it's fun. But number two, to see him racing around the streets, that'd be super cool. Boy, these Jules ones are hitting. They're hitting. Really disappointing and sad. It happens though. It is a risk. Every time you step in, you're taking your life into your hands. Just like every time you step into your car, you know, car, truck, whatever, you are taking your life in your hands. There are 2,000 to 5,000 pound literal metal bullets just flying around at 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour. We try not to think about it, but yeah, any trip out of the house could be your last.
This is Glost, closing up to the back of Leclerc for the lead of this race. Piastri down the inside, late on the brakes, makes the move stick. Can Leclerc fight back? Piastri tries to defend, but Leclerc holds that inside line, but he can't go late on the brakes enough. And Piastri
Oh, jeez.
takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Talk about insult to injury. He passed him and he crashed. Yikes.
It will be emotional because I've been spending 4 years in this amazing team and I've enjoyed every single second of it. I've enjoyed being teammates with Charles.
We've said it many times, I think we have a really good relationship. Outside the car, we are sharing lots of points of interest and we've got time to talk about other things other than Formula 1. Yes.
Together or nothing? Or no?
You come as a package.
Yes, we come as a package.
Every black kid in the world will at some stage experience racism. It's just a fact. When people call you names and the M-word's thrown around, when you're told to go back to your own country, when you're in your own country, there are literally millions and millions of people who will have experienced much, much worse, and that needs to change. I've had it so many times.
In the past years, I've had racist names being called to me, but lately, if anybody had said anything to me, I would just ignore them.
I was just 8 years old. For someone to look down at a young 8-year-old and tell them they're not going to achieve anything in life, they must be in a really bad place.
I mean, yeah, that checks out. That old adage of pick on somebody your own size.
He's improving. Normally, he's pretty handsome, pretty good around here. So pretty handy is what I wanted to say. But there you go, handsome as well. Look at him.
I think you're worse. Debatable. Who's missed the most important meeting?
Oh.
Me, who didn't know about the most important meeting. Me. Oscar Piastri.
I hate it here, so I will go to secret gardens in my mind. People need a key to get to. The only one is mine. I read about it in a book when I was a precocious child. No mid-sized city hopes and small town fears. I'm there most of the year 'cause I hate it here. I hate it here.
He had a great smile, didn't he? Is that what we'll remember most?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. He was, yeah. I mean, obviously it's sad to look back on photos and that, but yeah, every photo I look back on, you know, he had a lot of grace, I guess, about him, and you know, for how competitive and let's say highly regarded he was very humble, and yeah, just a really nice demeanor about him, and you know, I had some nights out with him as well, and he was good fun. It was good fun to hang out with, and yeah, obviously he's going to be missed a lot.
Dang, that's too bad. Probably a nice reminder to everybody racing that can happen. Like, that is a thing. So, but then again, it's a sport where you have to be aggressive, right? Most of the time, unless you're in first, and then you're aggressive, but also defending. You're trying to make it so people don't go around you. I'm not too keen on the like the strategy that has to be employed, but I'm assuming since you're in pairs, you're just trying to like fend off, certainly the second place guys, trying to fend off whoever's coming up as like a buffer. And in the first place, just thinking about going as fast as humanly possible. That's my assessment. Take it with a huge grain of salt. That kind of slam poetry.
Do you consider yourself to still be friends with Lewis?
We're always friends. We've always been friends. Well, we're not friends.
Well, he says that you're not friends, you're teammates.
I can't tell if that was a slam or not.
It's the same as always. The relationship is the same.
Well, I mean, this is the first time we've won in 18 years.
So what you're saying is things are very nice. Yikes.
It's impossible, surely, isn't it, to maintain a relationship?
No, it's not impossible. It's difficult, and more difficult now, for sure, yes. This is just more at stake. And it's always me against him.
Jeez. I had no idea it could be that contentious.
So you're a better driver now than you were in 16?
Yes. And teammate.
Yikes.
As Red Bull drivers, but the love ain't there anymore.
I was not aware. I was not aware of how tricky some of those teammate relationships could be. I mean, obviously you're both, trying to be the best, trying to win, but somebody ultimately has to come in second place, which is just, I don't know how they do that. Obviously that one controversy this year where, one overcame the other to take the win. Who decides that? Like, do they flip a coin? Is somebody in charge pulling the strings? And they're like, no, you need to let the other person win. Like, that is, oh gosh. I don't know how well these drivers would handle that because they're all trying to be number one. They're all trying to win. They're all trying to be the top dog or whatever saying you want to use. Like, nobody gets to this level to be number two in a team.
Such a badass, actually. He's only here because he ran away, because some shit happened back home.
I feel I'm part of Antoine's memory in a way. I was so deeply involved in the crash.
What an interesting
I feel like it's also
balancing act of being a teammate but also trying to win.
I have to pay tribute to him because, to be honest, many times when I wanted to give up and I had depression for a few months and I was thinking about him every day, and I felt like kind of fist.
Something tells me there's been a few teammate interactions that have gone absolutely wrong. Like really brutally bad.
You should know that by being a racing driver, you are under risk.
Like fighting, etc.
By being a racing driver means
maybe even crashing or causing the other person to crash.
You no longer go for a gap that exists. You're no longer a racing driver because we are competing. We are competing to win.
I don't know if there's... I don't remember, or I don't think there's any sort of, like, sport equivalent of this that I can think of. I'm trying to think, like, tennis isn't like that. I mean, maybe basketball, where you're trying to, like, get the most points on the team, maybe. So you're just like, yeah, we can win, but I need to get the most points, or I need to get the most whatever. I need to be number one. Kind of reminds me of Kobe and Shaq, how they were just, at each other's throats trying to be the face of the team. Then they got
They're
rolled
friends again, huh?
by the Pistons in 2004.
What do you want me to do?
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Go ahead and throw that a like. Interesting. We saw drivers, friendships, and races in that. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video if you like it. Go ahead and throw it some love. Also check out the channel. They might have other compilations available for you to check out. Go ahead and shift into a little bit more information about F1. Obviously, I'm not very well versed in it. But we are slowly learning. We're slowly, introducing more information and all that stuff. F1 drivers' racing numbers explained. Who uses what number and why? Up until 9 years ago, the drivers' race numbers in Formula One were assigned based on their respective teams' rankings in the previous year's championship. Actually, you know what? That's kind of great because if you're new to it or something like that, or maybe if you're watching and you forgot, it tells you. That's very cool. I actually really like that. Because then if you're number one, you were literally number one. And if you're number 23, you're not having a good time. However, the rule was changed in 2014 when the drivers were allowed to pick a number that would stick with them throughout their career. Oh gosh, make it good. It better be a good number. Let's take a look at the current race numbers. I think this article came out a year ago, so these might have changed, obviously. Red Bull Racing, Max is number 1. I mean, that's great. However, after claiming the championship in 2021, he was eligible to switch. He raced under the number 33 until 2021. He was eligible to switch to number 1 in 2021, which he did. After winning the Drivers' Championship in 2023 for a third year in a row, continues to carry number 1 on his car. Sergio Perez, number 11. Number comes from one of his childhood heroes, who wore number 11 on his shirt in his final season, playing for his favorite football team, Club America. Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton's number 44. Since the rule for drivers to race with a fixed number was introduced, Lewis Hamilton has worn 44 on his Mercedes. Holds special memories for Hamilton as when he was a child, his father bought him a go-kart, and they had to give it a number. His father's car's number plate started with F44, and hence the same number was given to the go-kart. And now his race car. I mean, that's cool. I like that. George Russell, number 63, revealed that 63 has been his brother's race number when he started karting at a local kart center. Hence, it's always been a family number ever since. I like that. I like all these family traditions and family tie-ins and whatnot. Actually, Max being number 1 right now is so, yes, like that's perfect. Because he's just winning. He's won 4 consecutive world championships. I mean, at that point, he owns the number 1 right now. So he should be number 1. Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, number 16, revealed that he originally wanted number 7. However, it was occupied. Hence, he settled for number 16 as 1 plus 6 equals 7. Oh, okay. Also, his birthday is on October 16th. Well, that works. Not a very interesting story, said Leclerc, revealing the reason behind his race number. That's funny. Carlos Sainz, number 55, wanted number 5 when he entered, but Sebastian Vettel had it. Hence, the Spaniard put 2 5s together. Yeah, unfortunately, if you're new to it, you're not going to get the number you want. Guaranteed. Chances are somebody's already got it. Corin and Lando Norris, number 4, had revealed that number 11 and 31 were the 2 numbers he had in Formula Renault, Formula 3, Formula 4. Wait, what? I had no idea Formula 3, 4 existed. Are these different levels to it? Formula 1 is like the pros, then Formula 4 is like the farm team, if you will, in baseball terms. Like it's the AA, the AAA. That's interesting. Until now, I had no idea there was anything called Formula 4 or 3. That is eye-opening. What? Both of them were taken by the time the Briton got to Formula 1. Hence, he chose number 4 since it fit very nicely into his logo. Oscar Piastri, number 81, was the number that he used while go-karting. I had to pick a number for my first race, and the kart shop I went to only had these numbers in stock. Well, there you go. It had to be 1 or 2-digit number. All right, so he picked it from what was in stock. Fernando Alonso and Aston Martin, number 14. When I was 14 years old, the 14th of July, and with the go-kart number 14th, I was world champion. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's perfect. From that moment, I had no doubt that 14 was my number. Well, there you go. Wow. That's pretty cool. Lance Stroll, number 18, enjoyed success racing with the number 18 in his karting days. Canadian driver revealed that he's a bit superstitious. Well, he needs to work on those because this past year apparently wasn't very pretty. He's got to work on those superstitions a little bit. Maybe it's time for a number change if he can. Apparently he can't. Esteban Ocon, number 31, French racer, revealed that he used number 31 during his karting days and wants to stick with the same number. 2007, when I won the champion, oh my gosh, the French karting championship, I suppose. I had number 31. It's still my most successful year to date. Why I'll go with it for the rest of my career. Pierre Gasly, number 10, said that he raced with the number 10 in 2013 when he became Formula Renault race European champion, which is one of the reasons why he chose the number. What is going on with my reading right now? Also, he's a big fan of Zinedine Zidane, who wore the number 10 for the French national football team. Ah, yes. The only reason I know of Zinedine Zidane is because of that headbutt he did during the World Cup. Anybody remember that? He just went bam against that one guy. I don't even know who he did it against. That was so funny. Oh my gosh. I had never seen a headbutt to the chest before. Like that was a first. That was the first time I've ever seen that. Alex Albon, number 23, races with the number 23 famously worn by basketball legends Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Thai British driver raced with 46 on his kart in his junior days as a tribute to childhood hero Valentino Rossi, MotoGP icon, but he decided to have the number upon coming into Formula 1. I mean, it's a good number. I mean, Michael Jordan made that number synonymous with excellence. Logan Sargent, number 2. Rookie Logan Sargent revealed at the start of the season that he wanted number 3, but it was taken by Daniel Ricciardo. Hence, he opted for number 2, which he used in Formula Renault. Number 3 is my number, but that's taken, so I figured why not take a winning number from the past and run with F1? Yeah. AlphaTauri, Daniel Ricciardo, number 3. Chose number 3 as his racing number since it's his first ever number in karting. Also because he's a fan of reason for number 3. It was my first ever number in karting. Also a fan of American professional stock car driver Dale Earnhardt, as we learned, was one of the most recent deaths in NASCAR here in the U.S. Sad, certainly. Number 3 is definitely vaunted, though. Yuki, number 22, came into Formula 1 hoping to race with the number 11. Of course, it was taken. The Japanese driver decided to double the 11 to get his new racing number. Alfa Romeo, Valtteri Bottas, number 77. Initially wanted to pick the number 7. Later decided to go with number 77, thinking he could incorporate it into a logo design. Although he admits that didn't quite go as per plan. That's funny. Zhao, number 24. Tribute to childhood hero and late NBA icon Kobe Bryant. Haas, Nico Hulkenberg, number 27. It's the date and month of his birthday, August 19th. Adding together. Oh, okay. Kevin Magnussen, number 20. Magnussen races with the number 20 on his car, having used the number when he won the 2013 Formula Renault 3.5 Series title just a year before taking podium, sealing a debut Grand Prix with McLaren. Okay, so most of them are childhood numbers that they picked when they were young and they just kind of kept with. I totally get that, especially if you've had success. I mean, you're in Formula One now, so clearly that numbers meant something to you. And by now, hopefully you have an idea for a logo that you can put on merch and all that stuff. Formula One returns to action this weekend with the United States Grand Prix. Ahead of the event at Austin's Circuit of the Americas, need to know is your all-in-one guide. Most important facts, stats, and trivia. The first Grand Prix was 1959. Most pole positions, Michael Schumacher, that's a name that I know, and Lewis Hamilton with 4. Most wins, Lewis Hamilton with 6. Austin set a new F1 record in 2022 with a 3-day attendance of around 440,000 fans. That is a wild number. Good grief. Pit stop time loss, 20 seconds. That is so fast. That is so unbelievably fast to replace tires, add gas, whatever you need to do, fix something, bend something another way. That's unbelievable. Good grief. That is really something. I've actually been to this track. It's very nice. It's gorgeous, actually. I actually went to an IndyCar race. I'll show you where I was. Let's see. I was right. Let's see. Where are we? Let's see if I can figure out where the heck we are. Oh, it's coming up. Pretty sure it's coming up. Oh, we might have gone by it. Yep, we did. Where is it? Let's see. All right, so this is the main. This is coming off the main stretch. I think it's right here. Yeah, it is right about here. Right on the end. God, listening to that engine is just beautiful. Actually, I take it back. It was right here. Right at the end of this one. Yep, right here. That's it. Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful track. It is a lot of fun. I went to IndyCar because it's significantly cheaper than the F1 Grand Prix. Grand Prix tickets are very expensive. You can get some like decently priced general admission just beyond the, the track grounds, if you will. There's a lot of food you can get and all that stuff, and they have vendors, and it's kind of like a festival in a way. But if you want an actual seat that's good, Yikes. Is it pricey? Which is not surprising. It's literally Ferrari, McLaren, like all the big names. They're popping champagne at the end. Like, clearly it's a very swanky and prestigious event. Since its inaugural season all the way back in 1950, 115 different drivers have taken the checkered flag to win a Formula One Grand Prix. Wow. Which driver has the most one? This was just released, by the way. Which driver has the most wins in F1 history? Lewis Hamilton with 105. Good grief. 105. Also, the joint most decorated driver in terms of world championship titles, winning 7, with his first coming back in 2008. Michael Schumacher, 91. Second on the list in the most F1 race wins in history is the German great Michael Schumacher, picked up 91. Alongside Hamilton, Schumacher also holds 7 world titles throughout his illustrious career, 5 of which came consecutively between 2000 and 2004. Wow. He won 5 consecutively. Max could do that next year in 2025. That's incredible. Max has won 63. So quite a bit of ways from both of them, frankly. But certainly catching up quickly. His career began in 2015, so he's got some years left. During the 2022 season, he also set a new record of 15 race wins in a single season. Yeah, if he keeps doing that, he'll catch up pretty quick. Sebastian Vettel, 53. Wayne Prost, 51. Ayrton Senna, I think, 41. Fernando Alonso, 32. Nigel Mansell, 31. Jackie Stewart, 27. The Flying Scot. What a great nickname. What a great nickname. Jim Clark and Niki Lauda, 25. Yeah, here's the list. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap between first, second, and third, but I don't know. They should be Max should get close if he doesn't do it. If he's doing if he does 10 a season, he'll catch it pretty quick. But then again, Lewis is still racing, so I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. It is the 4 minutes of FanCon. I'm going to ruin these names, but I'm going to try. Bass and Fuaiz, and JJ. Do have to read something really quickly. Let's go ahead and pop that up before this, just to kind of give us a little bit of context. Fuaiz, a silent Z. Okay. Fuaiz. It was a fan meet for the BL show 4 minutes that included musical performances, what if alternate meeting scenarios, and missing scenes. This sequence revolves around the love triangle of rich businessman Korn and Tonkla, who are a couple, though Korn isn't out and has a girlfriend fiance to cover. Oh, gosh. Yikes. That's it. That's a yikes right off the bat. Then there's Inspector Wynn, the police detective who is investigating the murder of Tonkla's younger brother and has fallen in love with Tonkla. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. Inspector Wynn, the police detective who is investigating the murder of Tonkla's younger brother and has fallen in love with Tonkla. What? Good grief. Do your job, sir. Do your job. Find out who killed that younger brother. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's a lot. That is a lot. The video itself is a lighthearted fan meet performance, but in a few places in the info, mostly the screen cap of Reddit comments about Korn and Tonko's relationship, talks about the fact that Tonko is can I even say this word on YouTube? I think I can, right? An abusive survivor regarding his dad, and his relationship with Korn is a lot of imbalanced power, manipulation, etc. So just a heads up on that. It's a little dark in some of the bits of information we're going to go over here, but I think we'll make it through. So just a heads up on that. No one in the show is a good person, says Slayer Kitty. Good to know. You know what? There needs to be shows like that, you know? Kind of that moral gray zone where you're just like, I don't know if I should like anybody in this show. Like, what's happening? What's going on here? All right, let's go ahead and pull it up and jump in. Make sure we're not blasting our ears off. The performance is titled, What If the Love Triangle Was a Musical? We have closed captioning on this? Apparently not. It won't even auto-translate. Oh no, it's just doing it to Thai. See if I can figure this out. There we go. Hold on. Let's try that again. First time they met, a crush that grew into love, I think. I think that says love. First song is Bruno Mars. That's what I like. Good song. I like the set. Obviously, these translations are atrocious.
ถ้ามึงไม่รีบอะระวังปืนนะมึงคู่แข่งเขาเยอะนะเว้ยแล้วมึงดูดิแถวเนี้ยเขามีแต่คนดูดีทั้งนั้นเลยนะเว้ย
I think my favorite part is the audience just losing their minds. Oh.
Lots of trouble in it. Who knows what this can be? You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Show up in the gutter light. Let's put some lights on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. I'm gonna give it to you. Tell me don't do it to
See if we can zoom in on this. There we go. This is Bass as Corn, all about money and that he can give to Uncle. Still don't know how they got Frank's show to hear it. Yeah, for some reason it censored it. Oh. So you're saying it's kind of a weird, how did they get this from the show? It might be that little term that's called fan service. Just trying to entice people and give them a good show, give them a nice show. Clearly the audience is loving the heck out of this. What if how somebody walked in front just in case?
แล้วก็ชอบให้ออกจังหวะแบบเนี้ยแฟนคลับก็เกลียดดิคุณกรณ์ครับที่กูดำมีปัญหาครับเว็บไซต์กรณ์888โดนแฮกครับผู้ชายเอาไว้ก่อนผู้ชายทำไหมพี่ชื่อกรณ์อะไรสิวะสิวะผมชื่อหมาผมไม่กล้านะ
See if I can zoom in slightly. Could be. Trying to like zoom in but not like cut anything off. It's difficult. Come on, camera person, hold it steady. Oh. Ooh. I want to cut off the watermark. What is going on here? Oh, he's going to get rained on. I feel like he should be doing an Usher song right now. Something like Burn. You should let it burn.
ต่อให้ฉันจะรักเธอมาเท่าไรแต่ก็รู้ว่าเธอคงไม่สนใจแต่ยังฝันไกลและยังคงหวังเอาไว้ข้างในใจว่าสักวันเธอจะมีฉันแต่ก็
This
รู้
is so funny.
ไปไม่ได้เมื่อเธอคิดว่าฉันไม่ใช่แต่ก็ไม่เป็นไร
Is the song Unlovable?
ขอมีเธอเรื่อยไปในใจไม่อีกแสนนานไม่รู้ว่านานเท่าไรกว่าที่ฉันจะรักเธอจากใจกว่าความทรงจำดีๆมันจะได้หายกว่าเธออีกครั้ง
Mm.
เป็นไปไม่ได้เมื่อเธอคิดว่าฉันไม่ใช่แต่ก็ไม่เป็นไรอยากจะขอมีเธอเรื่อยไปในใจไม่อีกแสนนานเมื่อเธอคิดว่าฉันไม่ใช่แต่ก็ไม่เป็นไรตราบใดที่ฉันนั้นยังหายใจ
They always come back. They always come back. All you gotta do is a little montage in the rain, and then they come back. Oh. Oh. Can't kiss on stage in Thailand without a fuss, though. Yeah, that's definitely true from what I've heard. Anyway, we'll just put Sydney Sweeney on the the screen for a minute. Talk about good placement. Talk about excellent placement and timing. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw it some love. I'm going to throw that some love. That was very nice. Appreciate the editor for confetti everywhere. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some love. Also check out their channel. There might be other videos. That video has 1.4 thousand views. And the channel only has 12 subs, so check it out. Maybe maybe there's stuff that's posted there that you might like as well. But we got some more information on 4 minutes and the love triangle. Apparently every character is unlikable in most ways, so that's kind of fascinating and interesting. This is me and Slayer Kitty's request idea, by the way. Oh, interesting. Well, it's interesting to read about because it's a love triangle, right? Terrifying. Got any more in there? A little bit. Couple more. Happy New Year, by the way, if you're watching. Appreciate you being here. I should get this up to YouTube, by the way, prior to midnight for most of you, I think, maybe. Let's go ahead and bring up some information here. Switch over to that. I'm sure you did have fun. All right, Korn. Korn, I look at this and I think of the band, you know, Korn. Korn Sriwat. Korn is a businessman in his late 20s. He works for his family's business and has just been moved to run the investments department he never knew existed. There you go. Obviously, they're not going to tell him about him too young because he has no idea what investments are. It's revealed to him that the backbone of the family business is crime. Oh my gosh. Crimes such as hosting illegal gambling. Oh my gosh, really? Oh no. That's why they didn't tell him. They didn't want him implicated when he was a child. His private life is just as stressful as he juggles public girlfriend, Shyy, and a secret boyfriend that he has hidden away in the house. Wait, what? Hidden away in the house? Like, are we talking like hidden away, like in a dungeon somewhere? Like, what are we talking there? Tied up in a dungeon? Is that kind of the thing we're discussing here? That he pays for? Or is it a separate house? Okay, I think it's a separate house that he pays for. I didn't, at first glance, I'm like, what is going on here? He met Tonqua, his kept man / boyfriend. Tonqua is a mistress. No, like a secret lover in a love nest home. Gotcha. In university, when he was an upperclassman taking part in a hazing, a group of freshmen that included Tonqua. Yeah, hazing is not good. I can understand, okay, I can understand a little hazing. Like, nothing crazy, nothing gross, but like, you know, just kind of a traditional thing that people have to do, but not like actual, like, nefarious, gross, you know, weird ceremony kind of things. A young man with a terrible home, life, and a desire to escape. So vulnerable, is what you're saying. Yikes. And obviously going into the, whatever group this was, trying to, well, certainly trying to find like a found family kind of thing. Thailand has a whole hazing system. Interesting. Okay. I know, I was actually going to join a fraternity at my alma mater that my dad went to and was a part of way back. And they were disbanded. They lost their charter. No idea why. My dad says it was probably due to academics. Like, it used to be a bunch of football players, so that's not terribly surprising. So yeah, that would have been cool, but unfortunately they lost their charter. Tonqua grew up in a violent household, yikes, where his father was both verbally and physically abusive. Yikes, yikes. He tried to protect his younger brother. That's very nice. And together they repeatedly reported their father to the police, but nothing ever happened. Gosh, that is a broken system. Tonqua lost any faith he might have had in the justice system then. Yeah, I would too. Every college faculty does their own hazing. Really? That's interesting. Huh. That's very interesting. When he goes to university, meeting Korn means Tonqua is offered a way out and a safe home for him and his brother for the first time. The day of moving into the house, Korn seduces the inexperienced Tonqua and promises that he plans to come out to his family. Oh man, this is... part of that's kind of gross because he's like vulnerable or whatever. But, I mean, you are an adult at that point, right? 5 years, you should be responsible for your actions. 5 years on, and not only has Korn not kept that promise, but he has a beard, aka a girlfriend, in Shyy. Korn is distant, visiting less and less. It's all on his terms. Oh, this is weird. This is like some like Christian Grey, 50 Shades of Grey kind of thing, where it's all about control and, you know, you stay here, I'll see you when I see you, you know, don't call me, I'll call you kind of situation. Then Tonqua's younger brother, Dome, himself in university now, is murdered, and Tonqua's world shatters apart. Korn either hangs up on him after 2 words or doesn't pick up his phone as a grief-stricken Tonqua tries to reach out to him, but Korn has his own problems and isn't available. Enter the police officer. Hit that 70s music. Bounce, 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 bounce. You know, Inspector Wynn is the lead detective in the case of Tonqua's brother. He has compassion and concern for Tonka as well as an immediate attraction. Oh, come on, man. Do your job. Just do your job. Come on. He promises, especially when he's like super vulnerable at that point. Like, what? He promises the Jade. What is he attracted to? The crying? The mourning? Like what? He promises the jaded Tonka justice, and is seemingly on one of the few good officers in a station that's corrupt from the police chief down. Yikes. He falls for Tonka quickly, unaware of Korn until much later, promising to always answer his call and come when Tonka needs him. Oh my god. As swearing to catch Dome's killer. It's a messy, messy situation. Tonka is pretty, very pretty. I get it, but oh gosh. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm weird. I'm not attracted to like mourning. and like ugly crying, but maybe that's just, you know. And so when set to music in the FanCon show, Korn's song is about material wealth and what he can give Tonka, whereas Wynn serenades him with a guitar with a sweet song and had a dramatic moment in the rain, in the rain, when Tonka seems to leave without him before Tonka returns and makes his choice. So clearly choosing Inspector Wynn. Actor's boss. Boss is a 27-year-old actor with the company Be On Cloud. Interesting. So people always need to be the savior knight in shining armor? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Securing the first runner-up prize. Oh, wait a minute. He previously competed in international beauty pageants. Wow. Securing the first runner-up prize in the Mr. Star Thailand 2018 competition. This allowed him to progress to the Mr. Grand International competition where he placed 4th. I was completely unaware that there was international beauty pageants for men. Is that a thing? I knew of like bodybuilder competitions and obviously Arnold and, you know, Mr. Olympia and that kind of stuff. I had no idea. Literally none. Wow. That is news. That is news. What's up, Andy? Happy New Year to you as well. Welcome in. Welcome in. Previous to BOC, Beyond Cloud, he was attached to a different BL company's project and paired with an actor called Job to rehearse and train together with the view to debut as a pairing in a new show. This show and company never came to anything, but Boss and Job remained close friends and both landed roles in Kin Porsche. Oh, nice. I'm sure it's delicious. Boz was cast as Arm, bodyguard carrier. Wait, what? Bodyguard carer. Oh, carer. Got it. Jeez, why did that take me so long? Carer to flamboyant and erratic Cancun rhymes with Cancun. Okay. I love that. Thank you for that. And often a comic relief character. Job played Cancun's other bodyguard, Pole, but they were no longer officially paired, though this did not stop their mini campaign that has resulted in many shipping their characters and hoping that they'd be paired properly eventually. Since then, Boss appeared as a main character in the movie, Man Swang, I think, which is globally available on Netflix, so check it out. And now is one of the stars of 4 Minutes. He's also featured as himself alongside Kin Porsche star Apo, who played Porsche, as himself in Asset of Life. JJAYFuaiz, keep screwing that up. JJAYFuaiz, you previously read all about after reacting to their characters T and White from Dead Friend Forever. That's right. That is right. To recap, they both took part in BOC's reality show, The Hidden Character, which aimed to take the new rookies and put them through their paces and test out potential for pairings. JJ and Fuai consistently picked one another when given the chance and ultimately came in second as a duo. That's pretty dang good. They've been pairing ever since, first in Dead Friend Forever and now as Tonkla and Win in 4 minutes. Due to the love triangle plot, some not wanting to see JJAYFuaiz become a pairing, whilst others want JJAYFuaiz to continue. Oh gosh, that is, you know what that is? That is built in like discussion and debate. I like it. I like it. Fuaiz managed to play 2 of my favorite characters this year. Nice. Very nice. The debate was growing ahead of the first FanCon performance in Bangkok, so when Fuaiz was doing a live stream with fellow BOC actor Bump asked him corn or win. Just constantly pushing that. That's funny. Boss or JJ? Fuaiz said his answer was in the upcoming performance. Okay. As you saw in the video, Tonkla chose win, which also means Fuaiz still chooses JJ. There you go. There you go. That's very nice. Got a couple TikToks here.
บอกให้มาดูในแฟนคอน ไม่ชีวิตจริงอ่ะชีวิตจริง
Oh, I mean in real life.
เคเข้าใจอยู่คนเดียวก็ดีกว่านะ
What was that laugh?
ถ้าฉันต้องเลือกฉันไม่เลือกเพราะว่าฉันขออยู่คนเดียว
Just constantly with him. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Kudos to the editor on that. White was innocent and Tonkla did nothing wrong. At an episode screening, Boss and JJ fight over what their characters can offer Tonkla. Talking about in real life, drives a BMW. I'll just be alone. Oh, that's funny.
ซีนที่ชอบผมก็เป็น NC เหมือนกันแต่ผมขอเฉพาะแล้วกันเป็น NC ที่กับคุณสารวัตรที่ล่าสุดที่ทะเลาะกันเสร็จแล้วนี่ต่อ เจนนะผมรู้สึกว่าเขาชอบอยู่กับวินมากกว่าในเรื่องเซ็ก NC ซีนกับพี่เจเจเราก็รู้สึกว่าเป็นซีนที่ยากแล้วก็เป็นซีนที่ชอบเหมือนกัน
Hand check. Oh my gosh. Fuaiz isn't subtle. Am I covered in... Where did that confetti just come from? It just fell. Fuaiz isn't subtle. Watch muted. Yeah, there's a lot of looks in there. There's a lot of looks. Bible's favorite character is Win.
Win. สารวัตร Win บอกว่าแบบขบวนการที่จะทำอะไรเนี่ยพอเจอสารวัตรไปเลยมันเป็นแบบมีเลเยอร์เพิ่มขึ้นมาคุณชอบใช่ไหมผมชอบ
to be the character that nobody wants. Bible. More episode reaction. Oh my gosh. JJAYFuaiz 2024 in review. 2024 is coming to an end, and I would like to say that it was an honor to spend this year alongside JJAYFuaiz, to witness every step of their career growth. May 2025 be an even better year for all of us. See you soon. Clearly, they spend a lot of time together.
ลองตีลังกาด้วยแล้วกันถ้าได้นะครับเอาดีนะ
Oh no. Oh no. That's amazing. That is amazing. Oh no. That had to be a prop. There's no way he just went right through that table. Like, clearly the table was there. Oh my gosh. Why is amazing. Why did he do it there? That's a good question. Busy live stream. Hey, sometimes you gotta sleep, you know? Sometimes it gets the better of you. Oh, wow. They woke up at the same time. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Me every day. Yeah. The challenge was to get the parcel without walking. Oh. There were gymnasts, so he tried to cartwheel too. That's so... Oh my gosh. Cartwheeling into a table. At an event being their characters, Korn and Tonqua, and doing a what if Korn did publicly come. Behind the scenes of 4 minutes FanCon rehearsals. So this is kind of setting up for the performance, obviously.
น้องต้องการอะไรจากพี่น้องพูดมาเลยดีกว่า
สวัสดีครับผมน้องเจครับ
มาในทีมอะไรชุด
อัศวินรัตติการแบทแมนครับ
วันนี้พี่เจมาในทีมอะไรครับพี่
เราลูกผู้เราลูกผู้
หมุนทีนึงแต่งตัวเรียบร้อยจังโอ้
หัวใจพี่มีรอย
Question is, how long does it take to prepare for one of these?
แมวเป้าเปียกขึ้นลูก
How long does it take to prepare for one of them? Oh my gosh. From a show, a what if Korn met Dr. Den scene, his boss and job, originally set out to be a pairing. Boss job. So obviously a lot of people enjoy this pairing. But the question is, do they enjoy this pairing more than Fuai and Boss? That's the question. If people were to choose and vote, how do you think the voting would go down? When somebody's so attractive, you're like, how? How? Why? How? How? Why? Oh my gosh. Job Boss and JJAYFuaiz would win. Yeah, because it's almost like a toss-up, I guess. Boss Job or Job Boss.
บาสนะไม่ว่าอะไรนะต้องมีแต่จ็อบบาสกันหมดเลยว่าตรงนี้ฟิวโอนได้ไหมจ็อบบาสไม่ได้บาสจ็อบใช่ไหมพี่โยบาสจ็อบจ็อบบาสพยาขยันนะบาสจ็อบจ็อบบาสบาสจ็อบจ็อบบาสบาสจ็อบ
Oh my gosh. If you're signed into Discord, which I am, in the third performance of the FanCon in Cambodia, Fuaiz had a new costume as Tonka in the Love Triangle musical. All right, let's see if I can pull this up. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. All right, let me see if I can adjust this a little bit, because I don't have to bring up Discord again. Show it off, so I should be able to just move this over. That's not what I wanted to do. No, undo. Where's the undo? No! I don't know what I just did. Oh, I can just pull that, put that there, delete that somehow. Can I delete this? No? Wow, won't even let me delete it. Whatever. Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. I can't move anything or interact with anything. That's not... Wait, are you sure I want to remove group? Yes. Watch me screw all this up and somehow turn off the stream and then delete it, and then we have to do it over again. All right, here we go. I think I got it. Pretty sure I got it. There we are. Okay. Nailed it. Nailed it. That is a heck of a costume. You wore that for me. Really? Well, congratulations, Slayer Kitty. I'm trying to think of what that looks like. What's up, Luke? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, we are about to do the Buccaneers video. Oh, if you're not signed in, here's some stills. Good grief. Good grief. I guess I could have done that, but I'm glad we got to see it in action, you know, in all its glory and whatnot. Also at the Cambodia show.
Tell me, babe, what's it gonna be? You said you don't know what you've been.
It's a string halter neck. There's a title for that? Sarah Kitty loves backless costumes. She loved NuNews too. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Bass and JJ fighting over Fuai. Just dancing in the back. JJ and Fuai on a game show. One last ball left to advance to the next round, and then there's only Fuai and Panjan that JJ has to catch. JJ, there are 2 children left. Fuai very good in a good way. Fuai's. The graphics, though. The graphics for me. Wow. Nailed it. Now that is luck. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Destiny indeed. They always pick each other. JJ also won a small prize at the game show. Nice. JJ grew facial hair for the role. Here's Fuai commenting on it before 4 minutes filming.
มันหนามากเลยมันหนามากด้วยแค่แข็งมันหนามากด้วยรู้ได้ไง รู้สิ มันจะไม่รู้อ่ะฉันเจอพี่เจบ่อยตายฉันแค่ไม่บอกแกช่วงนี้ได้คุยกับพี่เจไหมคุยสิทำไมจะไม่คุยกันทุกวันวันนี้ก็ไปเจอมาแต่ฉันไม่ลงหรอกฉันไม่บอก
How do you know? JJ and Fuai dancing to fan cam. Good grief. Hasn't met a hip thrust he will not do. I'm sorry, I'm at my hip thrust ratio, or my my quota. We've already surpassed it. Fuaiz being anti any permanent pairing that isn't with JJ, aka no ghost ships for himself or his characters. The song is about snakes, sort of. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Mio กับฟอยเคมีดีมากรอชมนะครับผมคู่พี่เจนะครับผมบอกนะว่าจะเป็น4 น4เนาะผมชอบ400ไม่เอา
มีโอมไว้ซื้อไหมเอาแค่พี่เจมไว้ใช่ไหมรักคนเดียว
I'm loyal. Well, that's good to hear. It's a winning quality. Fuaiz stops hugging Bass because of the shippers. I'm scared of the shippers. Always choosing him. Spoiler warning for one of the twists in 4 minutes. Heads up. Also, music is used My Chemical Romance. Aren't they back? Yeah, they came back, didn't they? They're doing a tour, which is pretty cool. Wait a minute. Whoa. Discussing similarities between him and his role, mentally unstable murderer, and the difference simply being that the character is more extreme. That explains the face. That look of like, am I in trouble? Do I need help? That's so funny. Also, I heard those My Chemical Romance tickets are unbelievably expensive because they're coming back and they haven't been around for a while and they're just outrageously priced. Not as much probably as Taylor Swift tickets, but pretty expensive. Hangover difficulties in Macau in JJ and Fuaiz's room. Good morning, everyone, but some people are confused about ketchup. What? That looks so good. That looks like Eggs Benedict down here. Some asparagus, some little hash brown rounds, I think they're called. Little tomatoes. They look, what are those? They look roasted, I guess, is the term. That looks like a nice breakfast. Ketchup? That looks very nice. I would enjoy that. Let's see here. I am keeping an eye on the clock. I am definitely doing that. All right, let's head on over to the next video. It is the Buccaneers TikTok edits to watch because season 2 has wrapped filming. This is by Mod Luke. You might have seen him. He's around. Check out his channel, of course. Tons of great edits of TikTok compilations. Let's go ahead and pull that up and jump in. And then after that, we got NuNew reacting to the next Prince pilot. So let's jump into that. Make sure it's the full screen instead of the... Actually, it's TikTok, so I probably have to move it over here. Okay, that should be good. I hope I didn't screw this up. Shout out to Luke, indeed. All right. There we go. And here we go. I did not crop that very well, did I? All right, I can fix it. Oh, yes, that is true. I almost forgot about that. Actually, I did forget about that. Hold on a second. There's only 2 to 3 maybe edits about emotional and physical abuse. Doesn't necessarily mention it, but there's basically one character in the show that's just evil and abuses the women he's married, as well as emotionally manipulated another character. So just a heads up on that as we play this. I feel like you gotta have one evil character in pretty much every show.
You okay?
Yeah, I got my girls.
Unless you're 4 minutes, then everybody's evil, I guess.
No, never properly apart.
I believe you're one of the Americans?
I'm the original American.
You know you belong to me. You could bring your whole squad plus 3. You don't like to get told what to do, but you like it when I put you on a leash. All fours for me.
The dress is so tight. You look absolutely beautiful.
Jace, if there's another 4 minutes video, we could probably just hold on to some of these screenshots.
Tracy, she's pretending. We all are.
You forgive people. It's what you do.
Well, you don't know me. I don't know me. I could be anyone.
Obviously, the costumes are gorgeous. Second season in 2025. Nice.
If the shit don't involve money, I'm off it. I can be your role model. Give me
Behave exactly as I say. First things first, down your drinks and go down the lawn and spin as fast as ever you can. Go, go, go!
What a great song. That is a great song. I've never heard that before. There's something so enchanting is the word I'll pick, about these period piece romances. There's just something beautiful about it. You know, the costumes, the I don't know, the courtness of it. Very old fashioned. You don't really see it among, you know, most of our classes, if you will. Maybe at the top you kind of see some of this stuff, but I doubt it's as regal, unless it's royalty. But it's just beautiful to see. It's very much a bygone era in a way, but also it's fascinating because it's so opposite to today. Today is very casual. Everything's casual. I'm literally wearing a tuxedo t-shirt, for God's sakes. Like, everything's casual. When I was on the airplane, everybody was, you know, dressed like they're going to sleep. It's just a different world. And to see like this time and how they're dressed, and even when they're at home and lounging around, they're still dressed to the nines. It's just completely different. And that it's fascinating. It's like almost you're observing like wildlife in a way. You're just like, ooh, wow, people used to live like that? That's crazy.
Yes.
Despite everything I put in my
And
telegram.
of course, the courting is
Sure why you're so
10 out of 10.
The telegram. You didn't get a telegram in New York?
No.
Don't you sit in front of me, wait for me to try. You can call me up from words to ways, you know. Baby, if your love is in trouble,
I guess perhaps that she
Show's underrated, deserves more spotlight.
belongs to him.
Yeah, it probably definitely gets
And it's not mine to keep.
outshined by Bridgerton, of course.
Just to let it know.
Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away.
Very fitting timing on this.
I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas.
I love how a lot of these shows is like people listening into conversations, like behind a doorway. And you'll never hear what you'll never believe what such and such said to such and such. Ooh, what happened? It's all like gossipy and whatnot. I would hate to be a part of this drama, but it's fun to watch it. It is fun to be a part of it.
I'm pretending to have your
But I think I lost it. Said that I was fine. Said it from the coffin. Remember how I died when you started walking? That's my life. That's my life. I'll put up a fight. Taking out my earrings. Don't you know the vibe? Don't you know the feeling? It's just
Some people out there live for the drama. I get it. I get it. It's interesting and it adds spice to life and whatnot, but
thinking she's so cool.
I choose to be peaceful. I like
He makes
peace.
me angrier than any other person in this whole wide world. And yes, sometimes we laugh, and it's sometimes that breathless laugh. But in between all of those moments of joy, there's so many more of aggravation and irritation.
Man, what you're describing is love.
No, love is calm. Love is stupid. Love is
A heart attack. Love is the best and worst of everything. Love is hating someone. With every inch of your soul, yet spending even a minute without them is the worst pain we've ever known.
I have told the whole world that I love you unconditionally. But I will not fight for someone who deep down doesn't want me the same.
Period drama love triangle. Those are always fascinating to watch, of course. It would probably be tragic to be a part of one. That's something I've never been a part of. Don't ever want to be a part of. I'm the kind of person where I would just bow out and be like, I'm good. I'm good, I'm leaving. Team Guy or Team Theo? Okay. Team Edward, Team Jacob. I get it.
thought we were friends, and for a brief moment, I was terrified that we were something more. The truth is, we're neither.
You were the best, but you were the worst. As sick as it sounds, I loved you first. I was a dick, it is what it is. I happened to kick the age-old curse. I tend to laugh whenever I'm sad. I stare at the crash, it actually works. Making amends, the shit never ends. And wrong again, wrong again.
Grab your hair.
I think we both know who likes to have their hair pulled.
You can't think how much we have to tell you, Nan. The balls we've been to, the opera. Mabel ripped her skirt and fell on her face in front of Lord Somebody.
Lacey got bit by a spider at the races.
Did you think I didn't see there were flashing lights? At least I had the decency to keep my nights out of sight. Only rumors about my hips and thighs and my whispered sighs. Oh Lord, I think about jumping off a very tall somethings.
It's kind of an interesting idea, putting Americans in like this situation.
So frightened.
Just kind of seeing the cultural differences, class differences, traditions, etc.
Underneath. But I don't want to be anymore. I feel broken.
Kind of an outsider perspective into it.
What do you mean broken?
So it's almost like the audience is in the show in a way.
The way you and others looked at boys and got butterflies. Like with Harry Hamilton, do you remember the blushing you all did?
Harry Hamilton was the fastest runner in town.
Well, for me, I know I should have had butterflies about Harry Hamilton. That's what's normal.
Oh.
But I never did.
Oh, I see what's happening.
I had those feelings.
For you.
I have those feelings. About girls.
Oh. That was going to be specifically her.
And I tried to be like you. But I'm just not. Martha walked in me.
Oh, they're sisters. Oh, God. Oh, God.
She looked at me like I was a monster.
Yikes. Yikes. I have not seen this. I am so sorry. It's not the message we push here. We are anti that.
Like I was nothing. Mabel, listen to me. Listen. You're talking about love. How can love ever be wrong? If that's what gives you butterflies, then you are exactly who you're supposed to be. You're Mabel. You're beautiful. Not disgusted, Charlie. Shame. You have to try and let that go. You're too lovely to be ruined. Thank you for telling me.
Boy, that was a sweet moment. Sister we love. Not love, sister we love. Yikes, I walked right into that one.
Runs thicker than water, but both feel the same when your eyes are closed. I am the river's daughter. I am the river's daughter. I am the river's daughter, and you'll be her son when we're both proposed.
I appreciate the heads up on that.
And meanwhile, Guy, he's...
Oh, he's so charming.
Yes.
Considerate.
Yes, and he's so easy.
He's one of us.
This was so much easier to call when I was 15.
Well, whatever's made you stop, I'm glad it's making you happy.
Never, please.
I'll take care of her.
Oh, wow.
It's a sanctuary, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
To consider.
Little art studio.
What to feel.
Dang, that is an ornate art studio.
You're an artist?
I paint.
Really? Man. Yeah.
I think you're extraordinary, truly. And on the beach.
Oh, gotcha.
The two of us had this. Well, it felt perhaps like you felt it too.
And if they were here with us now, your friends, who would you tell them I was?
Well, just an artist friend of mine.
Garlandscarlett. I don't think I'll talk so free. Or so passionate. They wouldn't care for me to see artist.
My son barely knows you, of course. I'm afraid it's impossible enough. His face has never once softened the way it softens when he mentions your name.
Wherever I turn somehow, laughing, thinking, surprising me, making me catch my breath. But she's entirely remarkable.
Oh. It's kind of surprising this isn't getting as much fanfare as Bridgerton.
I am weak, and I am confused. But Nan, my love for you is neither.
Lord, when I get there, please let me bring my man. When he comes, tell me that you'll let him. Father, tell me if you can.
Buccaneers is back in production.
Trying to figure out why this isn't getting the amount of attention. Maybe because, I don't know, anything Shonda does is just like pushed to the top or something. Or maybe it's the fact that is this on Netflix? Like, what is this on? Oh, it's Apple TV Plus. Oh, that's probably okay. Guy helped Ginny, Nan's sister, get away from her abusive husband at the end of season 1. He helped protect Lizzie, gave her a friend when the same man emotionally hurt her, and loved Nan as well.
Shoulders back and head high, okay?
And Theo is the sensitive artist in the woods, kind of, I assume kind of reclusive a little bit, maybe? Introverted? So the question is, do you pick the quiet artist, or do you pick the guy,
I love you too.
aptly named,
And love,
that's doing all this good stuff?
abiding love. It has to win, doesn't it?
You know what's funny? This show and Bridgerton basically perfectly line up for Taylor Swift songs. I don't know why, but it seems like they were made for these kinds of shows. Theo's the Duke. They could make Nan more, okay, secure, but still cared about her a lot.
Take off your dress.
Little broody compared to Guy.
Don't you care? Son will marry someone who
Good Guy, but I always felt Nan loved Guy more. Feel bad that Theo feels like he's being pulled about. Oh, okay.
I agree.
You still want to marry me?
So there's a bit more familiarity between Guy and Nan.
What should I have done?
Like it's more comfortable, I guess, because they're very similar.
He'll decide. Whether he's interested in here.
This isn't about you, actually, either. This is about me.
Well, whatever it is you're offering.
I do know we like feeling that.
Question is, does she like the familiarity, or does she like the broody, the mysterious, you know, a little bit more
Lady Honoria.
introverted, reclusive, whatever, I guess. Obviously with Theo comes a title, I'm assuming, right? Or maybe not, because she's not native born. I don't know how that works. I guess you do get the title. I'm thinking about I think about Meghan and Prince Harry. I thought she got a title before all that nonsense went on.
She's inside, Patty, right now.
Who?
The mother. Nan's mother.
Then you got these two as well as Richard and Conchita. Oh my gosh. So many couples you can get lost in.
I've been carrying that shame ever since.
Oh. That might be one of the others.
Guess perhaps that shame
'Cause you made me
belongs to him.
cry.
And it's not mine to keep.
Yikes. Okay, that was disturbing.
I got engaged so I could carry on being me.
So that's who you are then?
Yikes.
A liar and a disappointment.
Oh, that's terrible.
Forgot making others feel small is your favorite pastime.
I was fine before I met you. I'd never been under any impression that I might be special. Never lied to by my parents that I might one day be wanted. I knew my limitations and I had made peace with them. But then you arrived. And you made me feel so... I hate you for making me feel like I could be loved.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, gosh.
Nice to see you. Well, once you're married, we can wave to each other from a distance.
I talked to Miles. I'm not getting married. I know you and I won't get any of this. We won't get any of their world, not really. Not in a way we deserve, but perhaps if we can be brave, we can make our own world. And maybe it'll be better. They don't know who we are. The rest of them. But they don't need to. So we do.
do. Do we? We do. We definitely do.
There's a very interesting exchange right there. Wow, that was nicely written. I do love how Guy could have stayed to fight for Nan, even though she was about to marry Theo, which she did at the end. But he went with Ginny away from England, I assume as her friend, who was helping Nan with protecting her sister. Just shows how much of a good art he is.
Catch me now. I'm higher than the hopes that you brought down. You can't catch me now. Coming like a storm into your town. You can't catch me now.
Thomas Rhett has a very good song that kind of reminds me of reading that, called Marry Me. If you haven't seen the music video, I would check it out. Very much touches on that lost love, lost opportunity kind of thing.
What if I can't pretend like
It's pretty brutal, just a heads up. Kind of sad. So you might need some tissues with that one.
I promised you that. Yes.
Just a heads up, it's country music, by the way. Which, hey, country music gets a bad rap, and a lot of people don't enjoy it. But it does have a lot of good storytelling in it. Probably the most versatile genre of music. It can be fun, it can be happy, but it can be brutally sad. Ginny is also pregnant, just to heighten how strong the story is. Oh my gosh.
think that he loves you the way that you hope to be loved. Write it down. Because I so often James. This is my whole life. It matters. I'm so sorry.
Will I ever be good enough? I've tried being me, and I've tried being someone else. Is there any point in me trying at all?
Conchita, don't raise your voice, please.
My voice isn't raised.
It was the first.
Good God. What a... I will hold my language. What a piece of work, that's what we'll say.
I don't think I saw you laugh again in the room at Conchita.
More family and power stuff. She's like an addiction, and I love her my whole life. I love her. I mean, how could I any more than I can stop breathing?
No, love is calm. Love is stability. Love is a heart attack. Love is the best and worst of everything. Love is hating someone with every inch of your soul, yet spending even a minute without them is the worst pain you've ever known.
Also a scene where Lizzie is in the kitchen and she thinks the evil guy is coming to find her, and she flinches as she hears footsteps, but then she sees it's Guy. They have a beautiful chat, gives her support. It's nice.
I want Theo to be happy, not as desperately as I want you to be.
My father never expected to be. They were equals. They were best friends. And I think that's what I've always wanted too.
She said she can't feel her face. Right now I can't feel my heart.
Good gosh. It's got to be brutal to be Guy. Just be so close to somebody and friends. And obviously, there's a little bit of tension for more. And then to see that person get married off to somebody else. It's got to be brutal. First trap.
to get married. No, I'm not. I didn't. That wasn't a proposal.
Put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your head down.
I guess that's the way of this world, right? You got married for titles. You got married for, you know, family success, marrying into money, marrying into titles. She literally never met him, and immediately her first words to him was, "Do you want to get married?"
And they said, there goes the last great American dynasty. Who knows if she never showed up, what could have been?
How did I get something in my eye? Is that just
this town has ever seen.
Come on now. I'm trying to watch this.
She had a marvelous time ruining everything.
I suppose we've been so busy worrying about husbands, we've drifted far apart.
The classic bathtub conversation therapy session.
No, never. Never properly apart.
You're the only friend I need. You're the only friend.
He treats me like a lady? Of course. Does he really? Are you sure? You're really sure?
Is this done? Or don't you remember my mother's trick for finding out?
Oh.
You're my brother, but your eyes are cold. You're my sister, but your warm is bare. I bet I'm wise,
At this point, there's no bubbles left. It's just wine. Bad wine.
Go. You both have to go now.
The time it takes for the three of us to walk down.
That's good. Hopefully there's a little bit of, obviously, you know, change it up in season 2.
So I believe Nan is not coming.
Well, yeah, I forgot Christina Hendricks is in
To
this.
save her sister. Yeah, but you don't even want to get married. You never have.
It's always a smart
And you
idea.
Love Guy. I love you. One daughter's sacrifice for the other daughter's freedom.
Whenever I close my eyes, or open them even, It'll always be you I see.
I love you.
Oh, wow. That's got to be a very powerful scene. That looks awesome. Ginny's definitely the character who will have the biggest redemption arc.
My dearest Nan, this past year I've learnt a lot about grief, but recently I can't quite explain why I so greatly feel the loss of you when you were never mine to lose. I wonder if it's because the opposite is true. Part of me has always belonged to you. I suppose by that I meant my heart belongs to you. And now because of my own cowardice I shall forever be incomplete. We were so close, man, weren't we? I can't rest for fear of you thinking my walking away at Runnymede had anything to do with it. I am weak and I'm confused. But Nan, my love for you is neither. What started as my father's stupid plan to save the house became an entangled mess of guilt the moment we met. Because Nan, nothing about my feelings for you could have been planned. You took my breath away. It does matter that you were born out of wedlock, but only because it's part of what makes you. That you are entirely perfect, eternally yours, and the understanding that you'll never be mine.
Wow.
God.
Wow. That was a heck of a letter. Oh my gosh. Dang. That would work very well as vows too, by the way.
See, you've already secured the best spot.
There's room for another.
Basically was.
You did something Shyy said. He made you feel ashamed.
I guess perhaps that shame, it belongs to him. And it's not mine to keep.
I suppose we've been so busy worrying about husbands, we've drifted far apart.
Yeah, I could see that going a mile away. You get so wrapped up in your quest to find a beau that you just lose yourself.
No, never properly apart. Oh my god.
This was the telegram he read and he wrote to her. Yeah. Because Theo found it. Oh, it was addressed to Nan and he read it and got rid of it. Oh. Because he was upset that his best friend was writing to the woman he loves. Yeah, that'd be messy. But in Guy's defense, he did meet Nan first and Nan didn't know he was friends with Theo. Oh, gosh. In one way, I can't blame Theo for throwing that out or getting rid of it. But there's also a weird, like, manipulation because of that. Like, you should trust that your relationship is stronger. Be able to handle that. And, you know, she could be like, oh, I don't feel the same or whatever. Like, you should be able to hand that to her. Check this out.
Was never supposed to be the main character.
Like, eventually she's gonna know that he sent her a telegram. Like, she'll find out. And then she'll figure out, oh, this guy threw it away. Like, it's just a losing battle. Obviously, he's feeling pretty crossed that his friend would do that, but I mean, the signs are probably there, right? It's clearly not coming out of left field where you're just like, wait, what? You like her? Eternally yours? Love always? What? Oh, I forgot to do it. Hold on a second. Throw that some love. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go check it out. Obviously, this is on Luke's channel. Check it out as well. Tons of great TikTok edits on there. Guy mentioned about it, and Nan told him she didn't receive it. Also, Guy wrote it drunk and upset because of Nan liking Theo. What did Ernest Hemingway say, write drunk, edit sober? Yeah. Write drunk, edit sober. All right, let's pull up some information on the Buccaneers really quick. And then we will hop into the NuNew reaction of the next Prince series. Go ahead and swap that over. Buccaneers historical drama. Obviously, we've checked this out before, but it's good to just refresh it every once in a while. As I, obviously I'm reacting to so many different things that's hard to keep track sometimes, so it's good to get a little refresher. Set in the 1870s during the Gilded Age, revolves around 5 wealthy and ambitious American women and their experiences in London high society as they deal with culture clashes, differing approaches to tradition, friendship, and love. I mean, that in itself is interesting. United States history, the Gilded Age is described as a period between the late 1870s to the late 1890s, which occurred between the Reconstruction era and the Progressive era. It was named by 1920s historians after Mark Twain's novel The Gilded Age, A Tale of Today came out. Well, that's kind of poignant, I suppose. Historians saw the 19th century economic expansion as a time of materialistic excesses marked by widespread political corruption. Well, there you go. That sounds fun, doesn't it? That sounds kind of fun. American wages grew much higher than those in Europe, especially for skilled workers, and industrialization demanded an increasingly skilled labor force. The period saw an influx of millions of European immigrants. The rapid expansion of industrialization led to real wage growth. Wow, imagine that. Of 40%. Holy cow. From 1860 to 1890 and spread across the increasing labor force. Annual wage per industrial worker, including men, women, and children, rose from $380 in 1880, which is about 12 grand in 2023 dollars, to $584, aka about $19,000 in 2023, a gain of 59%. Could you imagine getting a 60% raise? Oh my gosh, you'd be living incredibly well. Like, you'd be like, everything would just become easier. It would just be nice. Wow, a 60% raise is crazy. Then again, it's over 30 years. Well, actually, that's not that crazy now that I'm thinking about it. 30 years, 2% raise every year. I mean, that's kind of average right now. 2% is like a standard. So maybe it's not that crazy. Gilded Age was also an era of poverty, especially in the South, and growing inequality. Millions of immigrants poured into the United States. High concentration of wealth became more visible and contentious.
Do it! Just do it!
I like how I'm literally dressed like one of these fat cats from the Gilded Age. Hey, welcome to the Gilded Age. Oh my gosh. Unironically dressed like one of these. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I did not plan that. Oh my gosh. What's going on? What's going on? Hola. Welcome in. Welcome in. First time chatter. Appreciate you joining. Talking about the Gilded Age there for 2 seconds. First season appeared last November at Apple TV Plus. Positive reviews from critics. Obviously, next season, season 2, is showing up next year. In the 1870s, the Buccaneers are 5 ambitious young women and daughters of American Naoui, Nan and Ginny, Conchita, Lizzie, and Mabel, following Conchita's wedding to Lord Richard Marrable. The women are invited to London in the midst of debutante season in the hopes of securing husbands and titles. Women's eccentric and extroverted nature contrasts with English high society and centuries of tradition as they navigate cultural clashes and strict social codes while dealing with interpersonal relationships and potential suitors. I mean, the hilarity just kind of writes itself. Happy New Year to you as well. Really fit the theme unknowingly. Yeah, I kind of did. Good day. Lizzie's character in the Buccaneers is Lizzie deserved better. Underdeveloped and doesn't receive the resolution she deserves. Endures a traumatic experience with Lord James Seadown. Is constantly reminded of it throughout the season. Despite her hardships, shows selflessness and loyalty to her sisters and friends. But her storyline is overshadowed by other characters' arcs. Interesting. Buccaneers gives a fair share of attention to each of its leads, yet it's clear that one of them did not get as much development on screen as their counterparts. Although many characters get a certain resolution to their story by the end of season 1, Lizzie's fate is left unaddressed in the finale. Even though she proves to be the most selfless and compassionate of the bunch, it is evident that this beloved character deserved a better aftermath, considering all the suffering she endured. That's unfortunate. Lizzie's humiliated by James. Let's see here. When they catch the eye of Lord James Seadown, the two begin to do whatever it takes to attract his eye, Ginny and Lizzie. Even though Ginny seems to get his affection first, James flirts with Lizzie during Conchita's house party in episode 2, despite Lizzie letting Ginny know that she doesn't want to be with him if it draws them apart. The eldest St. George sibling has her eyes set on an engagement ring and nothing else. Toxic environment leads James to take advantage of Lizzie by forcing the girl to strip in front of him and keep the whole situation a secret. Unsettling event leaves her scared for the rest of the season. Scarred, I think. As Lord Seadown marries her best friend instead and constantly reminds her of that traumatic encounter with such a heartbreaking start to her journey, Lizzie's trajectory in the series doesn't get much better later on. Good grief. Lizzie disappears from part of the Buccaneers' first season. After hearing the news that Ginny and James have married, Lizzie feels like there's nothing left to keep her in London. She then returns to the U.S., leaving her sister and friends behind. Episode 4, she shows up for the ball that Mrs. St. George has organized in New York to celebrate her daughter's success in finding titled husband. Although Lizzie is all smiles at the party, her fears of James have not gone away. Tries her best to warn Ginny of the terrible man that she's married to. Although she doesn't share the truth with her best friend during the ball, Lizzie decides to go back to England and be protective of her sister friends. Lizzie's a great character, but there's still so much potential for her. I hate calling. It really needs to be dealt with. Indeed. Back on British soil, Lizzie tries to focus on what matters most to her, which is to have fun alongside the people she loves. Let's see here. After everything that she has done for Ginny, Lizzie is once again abandoned by her friend and left in even greater turmoil. Oh, geez. Ginny took his side. Lizzie's storyline never gets a proper resolution. Instead of her getting a hopeful ending to her tragic storyline in the finale, characters used as a plot device for her sister's arc and never gets the closure she deserves. Oh, gosh. Lizzie listens to her sister with an open heart. She tells her sibling to love whoever she wants and not let other people dictate her life choices. Although their beautiful conversation helped Mabel to feel more at ease about her true identity, it didn't add to Lizzie's journey in the series. Towards the end of the finale, Ginny finally gets away from James and saves her sister at the expense of marrying Theo. Mabel and Honoria are finally together, and Conchita is ready to leave England behind with her husband. All is well for all but Lizzie, who hasn't been able to fully heal from her trauma. After all that character has been through, it would have been nice to see her get a better resolution. Dang. Guy or Theo? Team Jacob or Team Edward? Just finished the show. Listen, I love Guy. Doesn't help that he's my male crush of the month. And oh God, his confession. Eternally yours and the understanding that you will never be mine. Oh God. Yeah. That was an interesting telegram. Theo is amazing, but like stand up for your heart, dude. He kept forgiving Nan and trying his best to be better man for her. He's trying more than Guy, to be honest. The villain in this triangle is Nan. I feel like she's leading both of them on, mostly Theo. Like, girly, you had some time to break off the engagement and go to Guy, but of course you'll do the worst thing and cheat the day before. What? Cheat the day before your wedding day. Ooh. I don't know. I don't like that. I feel bad for Theo, but oh well, Guy is on top. Ooh. Imagine Lizzie and Theo. Guy's a POS, and so is Nan, so they deserve each other. Theo deserves better. Theo deserves much better. Yeah, just not Nan. They're trying to redeem her character by saving Ginny, but damn did she... but damn did she have to cheat on the night of her wedding. Oof. Hopefully she doesn't have a baby to show for it. Good grief. Oh, no. Oh, no. Luke, I forgot about the cheating bit. That's kind of a big bit, honestly. Ooh, the night of the wedding. Oh, boy. As long as there's no consequences, maybe it's good she got it out of her system. Okay, that's spoken like a true cheater. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, that's crazy. Imagine if that was the excuse. Like, what? I had an itch I had to scratch. I had to get it out of my system. And now I'm good. And now I'm good. It won't happen again. Unless I get that itch again. And I'll just scratch it. And then we'll be back. Imagine trying to pull that. We don't know what Theo knows, but we know she chose him. Maybe it was to help her sister and mom, but maybe she had a real talk with him in the studio and realized that running away would be pointless with her pregnant sister. Can't imagine that there won't be some scandal caused by Ginny escaping at a wedding. It will look like she ran off with Guy because they had an affair. Maybe they'll fall for each other. I think the love triangle needs to end between Nan, Theo, and Guy. Especially if Theo's a good person and husband. Good grief. I think it was the scene before Guy tried helping Ginny escape James. Lizzie came in upset and saw a guy with Nan. It's coming back to me now. Ah, okay. Honestly, Team Theo. I don't even want Nan to be with him if she doesn't like him, but the way she hasn't even entered society yet and clearly resents him for the fact that she accepted his proposal makes no sense. She was scared of losing him if he found out about her mother. When he did find out and accepted her anyway, she was mad at him for sticking around. What? Oh, that's kind of a no-win situation. Looney Tunes, indeed. Looney Tunes, indeed. Team Guy, because that's who she actually likes. I also find his character more interesting. To be honest, I'm team neither. Because we didn't see any relationship development with either Guy or Theo. That being said, I would say Guy is also the villain since he is Theo's childhood best friend. Like, Theo even offered to help him out of bankruptcy. Guy could have at least been honest with him about his feelings for Nan, but sleeping with your best bro's fiance the night before they get married is crazy work. Yes. Yes, it is. That is really despicable, honestly. Childhood best friend and you... Ooh. 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 Ooh, that's dirty. Wow. Falling through the window of your best friend's fiance the night before their wedding with those intentions is just wrong. And now you're on my S list. Yikes. Ooh. Could you imagine if she was pregnant too? Oh, the drama. Drama, the suspense. Maybe Guy and Theo should be together. I think Nan is mainly the problem. Yeah. Sounds like Nan is the problem here. That is so dirty on both of them. Oh, she just had to get it out of her system. He just had to get it out of his system. They just had an itch and they scratched it. No big deal. I'm Team Theo if the guy's character was killed off and Theo got all cold and made Nan play the Duchess. Now that would be dark enough to keep the viewer interested. I guess we've seen this pattern of husbands behaving differently once their bride is trapped. Richard avoiding Conchita, C-Down becoming more controlling to Ginny. But I feel like if this happened with Theo, it would contradict so much about what we know about his character already. Ooh, the quiet, artsy type turns into villain. Okay. That might be a route. Yeah, that's brutal. That is so brutal. I did not know about that cheating the night of the wedding. That's... Oh, God. At that point, I don't have any sympathy for either of those characters. Since Ginny is already pregnant, they can't make both sisters pregnant. I'm going to be so wrong, aren't I? Yeah, honestly, I think you might be. I think you might be. Big storyline season 2 will be the mystery of Nan's real mother, since apparently she showed up in season 1 ending at the wedding, but we didn't see her face. Nan is the illegitimate daughter, only Ginny's half-sister. Interesting. Oh my gosh. That got really weird really quickly. That got so weird so fast. Hence why one's blonde and the other's brunette compared to Mabel, Lizzie. Both look similar because they're fully related. Although, I guess that's, you know, that's up for interpretation. That might just be genetics. My oldest brother's blonde. My middle brother is a redhead, and I have obviously dark hair. So it might just be genetics. Don't know. But that is a simple way to try to make it look in a show, certainly. That they're half siblings or whatever. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Boy, that got really gross really quick. That got so gross and dramatic so fast. Yeah. They probably did that just as like a nice visual cue. Probably easier for the viewer. All right. Wow. Number 1, I feel like that show should be bigger, and it's probably not because most people don't have Apple TV Plus. The viewership numbers are probably very different. The subscriber numbers than Netflix. I mean, Netflix is like ubiquitous at this point. I think they had... What is the Netflix subscriber number? Oh my gosh. So Netflix has around, this is the third quarter of 2024, so it's a recent number. Netflix has around 282 million paid subscribers worldwide. 282 million. All right, so let's look up Apple TV Plus subscriber number. Statista estimated in 2023 Apple TV Plus had 42 million by the end of 2023. Okay, so it's estimated 25 million for 2024. So obviously it's quite a different number of subscribers. So your audience is going to be smaller, of course, based on that, but that's probably why it's just not getting as much press. Clearly it's interesting. I mean, you have somebody sleeping with somebody on the night of the wedding. I mean, that's instant drama. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Like it makes sense that people would be talking about it and into it and whatnot. Yeah. Dang. That is a lot. That is quite a lot. And it's a 5 million increase. So I wonder if there's numbers that showcase just how much subscribers they lost after they ended the password sharing. I wonder if those numbers exist. Probably the amount of viewers went down by a ton. I don't think Nan, Guy, Theo are bad people. They're just messy. Yeah, it's true. The cheating wasn't great, though, but Theo isn't a golden child either. I suppose, but boy, that cheating the night of the wedding is gross. It is so gross. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, that makes you persona non grata to me. Both of them. I don't have Apple TV, as I don't have any Apple products. I could watch the pilot of Ted Lasso, and then the app said I needed to have the app on the Apple TV. Similar tech, I can't afford that. Yeah, that's interesting. Do they limit it to Apple devices? That seems like a crazy business model. That seems insane to me. Like, it's taking a potential viewer base and just shrinking it beyond belief. Like, what? Oh my gosh. All right, let's hop into the last edit of the stream. Make sure I get it centered here. It's too big for the window. Hold on. There we go. All right, I think that'll work. Oh, you know what? This is going to have closed captioning. That won't work. It is NuNew's reaction to the pilot of The Next Prince. That's what the app told me. Oh my gosh. That's wild. That's a terrible business model to restrict Apple TV Plus to Apple products, where you need to have it to be able to watch it. That's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and shift it over and jump into it. Let's see what NuNew has to say about the pilot.
สวัสดีครับน้องคณินมาแล้วครับน้องคณินหรือว่าคณะหมูกรอบที่เฮียชอบเรียกครับไม่ใช่คณินก็ไม่ใช่คณินครับถูกแล้ววันนี้ตื่นเต้นมากเลยครับเพราะว่าจะได้ดูไพลอตข้ามฟ้าเคียงเธอแล้วก็วันนี้เป็นวันออนไพลอตนะครับแต่ว่าวันนี้มาถ่ายรีแอคด้วยแต่ว่าไม่ได้ถ่ายกับเฮียนะครับเพราะว่าตอนนี้เฮียอยู่ญี่ปุ่นก็ย้ายกันถ่ายครับเพราะว่าเฮียก็ไปเที่ยวกับครอบครัวใช่ส่วนผมก็อยู่ที่ไทยนี่แหละครับวันนี้ตื่นเต้นมากเลยเพราะว่ารอมานานมากเลยครับเป็นโปรเจกต์ที่แบบรอคอยมากๆเพราะเป็นโปรเจกต์ที่ใหญ่มากๆจริงๆโปรดักชันเวอร์อยู่แล้วแหละครับเวอร์มากๆอยู่แล้วแต่วันนี้แต่ที่ผ่านมาที่ตอนที่ไปถ่ายไพลอตมาครับยังไม่เห็นนะยังไม่เห็นว่าแบบภาพเป็นยังไงบ้างอาจจะเห็นคร่าวๆแต่ว่ายังไม่ได้ดูมาก่อนเลยมารอดูพร้อมทุกคนครับซึ่งตื่นเต้นครับไม่รอช้าดีกว่าเดี๋ยวไปดูเลยตื่นเต้นน่าไม่รู้เป็นไงอะครับภาพสวยแล้วแหละแต่ว่าอย่างอื่นจะเป็นไง
One thing I'm noticing is NuNew is so much more polished in these situations, like introducing himself, introducing the situation, all that stuff. Happy New Year, Luke.
ไพลอตค่อนข้างยาวด้วยประมาณแบบ9 นาทีถึง 10 นาทีเลย
Appreciate the links as well. Shout out to the mods. Jace, Rocco Kitty, and Luke.
ถึงเวลาแล้วที่จะต้องแต่งตั้งเจ้ามหาชีวิตองค์ใหม่
พี่ชารา
ไปพาทายาทของเรากลับมาเขาคือความหวังเดียวของอัศวเทวทิต
ภาพสวยมากภารกิจตามหาราชทายาทคนต่อไปเฮียใส่แว่นหล่อมากว่าหนูหน้าตาสวยเหมือนกันเนี่ย
ถึงเวลาแล้วชรัตน์
โอ้ยสีสวยมากเลยอ่ะ
ไปตามคณินกลับมาเดี๋ยวนี้
นั่นเอง
ของอร่อยมาแล้วนิน
คุณพ่อ
ข้าวซอยเนาะพ่อข้าวซอยเป็นอาหารของคนเอเมริกา
นินบอกแล้วไงว่าข้าวซอยเป็นวัฒนธรรมร่วมของคนไทยด้วย พ่อ
พ่อก็พูดอย่างนี้ตลอดนะอะไรก็เอ็มมารีเป็นบ้านเกิดของลูกนะ so boring
The boring
คืนนี้ไปซ้อมก่อนนะพ่อพรุ่งนี้กี่โมงดี9 โมง
คุณพ่อได้พี่แท่งมาเล่นเลย
ช่วงนี้ยังมีคนตามมึงไหมปะก็มีบ้างนะมึงกูไม่รู้เหมือนกันแม่งใครวะเจ้ามาชีวิตรับสั่งให้ผมมาที่นี่เพื่อพาท่านชายกลับไปแต่เขายังไม่รู้อะไรเกี่ยวกับตัวเองเลยนะท่านชายต้องกลับเข้าไปแข่งขันในฐานะทายาทเพียงคนเดียวของอัศวเทวทินแล้วผมจะบอกเขายังไงว่าเขาไม่ใช่ลูกผมท่านชายคณินจำเป็นต้องรู้ว่าพระองค์มีสายเลือดของกษัตริย์
What's up, Rezi?
คุณพูดว่าอะไรนะไม่มีเวลา
เอาเลยนั่นแหละ
If you'd like to request, you can join and be a. This is NuNew from NuNew. He's an actor, singer, overall performer. You can request videos via toddreacts.com, season and series tiers. Appreciate you posting that, Jace. Go ahead and click that link. These are all member requested videos, by the way.
ไม่ได้เกี่ยวข้องอะไรกับพวกคุณซะหน่อยสายเลือดของฟาบาทเกี่ยวข้องโดยตรงเสด็จกับพี่เอมิลีกระหม่อมสัญญาว่าจะทำหน้าที่ดูแลปกป้องฟาบาทอย่างถึงที่สุด
NuNew is like entranced in this.
สวยจังเลยอ่ะจากสามวันที่เราชมเอ็มมารีเข้าวังแล้ว
Z's video was all chaotic. Yeah, with the family and everything.
เธอนี่กระหม่อมไหนวะคุณรอด้วยสิ
Actually, what I'm noticing is that both Z and NuNew were very like focused on it. And the chaos behind Z was hilarious, but they're both extremely focused on the video, and you can tell they're almost like you can tell their creative process, like they're hands in on all this. Like they're probably, dealing with a bit of the editing, and they want it to look perfect, and you can tell just how much perfectionism they have in this. Like they're just absorbing every last bit of this.
น่ารักอ่ะ
Very serious.
ชุดสวยมากชุดเวอร์มากพี่ชาครีพ่อบ้านของเรา
อึ้งอะไรขนาดนั้นนะคุณ
วาระสำคัญของเอมิลีได้มาถึงแล้วเราในนามของเจ้ามหาชีวิตขอประกาศให้ทั้ง3ตระกูลส่งทายาทและทีมมาร่วมราชประเพณีฟันดาบเพื่อคัดเลือกเจ้ามหาชีวิตองค์ใหม่ผู้ชงพิสุทธิ์มาแล้ว
พี่จิมมี่มาแล้ว
ทวิตเมธา
น้องคริสสวยมาก
และสุดท้ายอัศวเทวาทินทายาทของเราจะเข้าแข่งขันด้วยนี่คือทายาทของเราคณินอัศวเทวาทิน
เลิกลักไม่ไหวน้องพี่จิมมี่กับโอมโทมัสก้องพี่จิมมี่หล่อมากน้องคริสสวยมาก
Just commenting on people's looks.
ทุกคนโอมสูงมาก
กระหม่อมตัวดี
ก็ยังไม่ชินกับกัน
เขาเป็นอันดับ1ของสโมสร
ดูซีนเมื่อกี้เนี่ย
ที่นี่ก็คงเป็นได้แค่เด็กฝึกจับดาบเท่านั้นแหละ
เข้ามาถึงก็หาเรื่องเลย
เป็นไรไหมกระหม่อมทำไมผมต้องมาเจออะไรอย่างนี้ด้วยวะกระหม่อมเข้าใจความรู้สึกฟาบาทดีความรู้สึกของคนที่ต้องอยู่คนเดียวคุณต้องมีวันเข้าใจหรอ
It has gotten a little lower, boosted a little bit.
กระหม่อมจะอยู่เคียงข้างฟาบาท
เปลี่ยนไปครั้งยิ่งใหญ่
ผมต้องการคนที่ไว้ใจได้มาเข้าร่วมทีมขอประทานอภัยฟาบาทกระหม่อมไม่ฟันดาบต่อหน้าคนอื่นเนี่ยเหรอคนที่สัญญาว่าจะปกป้องคนที่บอกว่าจะอยู่เคียงข้างใจร้ายว่ะปกป้องคณิน
เอาเรื่องนะเนี่ยชุดนี้จะบอกว่าหนักมากเลยนะครับตอนใส่แต่สวยมากแต่หนักมากเหมือนแบกอะไรไม่รู้บนไหล่แต่แบบชอบมาก
รักษาและซื่อสัตย์ต่ออัศวเทวา
ชุดสวยทุกชุดเลยอ่ะชอบชุดนี้มาก
เป็นหน้าที่ของผม
งานเต้นรำ
ผมเพิ่งรู้ว่ามันเป็นแค่คำโกงถ้าหลังจากนี้กระหม่อมจะทำเกินหน้าที่ก็คงไม่เป็นอะไรใช่ไหมพะยะครับ
Good to hear. Ain't me like one of your French girls. Oops. Just instantly gets awkward.
ไม่ชินนะไม่ได้ดูนานนะครับแล้วก็ไม่ได้เล่นนานด้วยอ่ะแต่มันสวยนะชอบค่ะซีนี้ก็แน่นนะ
หลังตรงกระหม่อม
It does look beautiful. The sound, the lighting, it looks beautiful. The sound, the lighting and everything looks nice.
น่ารัก
สร้างโมเมนต์หน่อยดีกว่าห่างขนาดนั้นเดี๋ยวคนก็ไม่เชื่อหรอกว่าเราคลั่งรักกัน
หน้าคณินดูมีความเจ้าเล่ห์ตลอดเวลาเลยอ่ะ
ไหนๆก็ไหนๆละให้คุณพ่อบ้านถ่ายให้ดีกว่าลุกขึ้นมาดึงหน้าเข้ามาใกล้ๆแล้วก็มองหน้าด้วยถ่ายเลยครับเอาให้ดูรักกันมากๆเลยนะอันนี้ก็ดูรักกันมากๆมากระหม่อม1 2 3
Soon 2024.
เดี๋ยวน่ารักจังเลยอ่ะน่ารักมากเลยครับสวยมากด้วยภาพแบบชัดสุดๆโอ้โหแล้วสีก็สวยมากด้วยชอบอ่ะทำไมมันเวอร์ขนาดนี้เนี่ยเปียวเวอร์มากเลยสวยมากชอบมากมันสนุกนะเป็นไพลอตที่แบบดูเกือบจริงๆความยาวเกือบเท่าเบรกหนึ่งของซีรีส์จริงๆเลยนะปกติซีรีส์จริงก็เบรกแล้วประมาณ10 นาทีนิดๆครับอันนี้9 นาทีเต็มอิ่มมากแฟนๆน่าจะชอบครับผมดูยังชอบเลยมันมีแบบพูดถึงก็หลายเหตุการณ์อยู่ตั้งแต่คณินแบบยังไม่เข้าวังจนมีแบบคนร้ายมาบุกมาถึงบ้านแล้วต้องแยกกับพ่อเข้ามาอยู่ในวังพออยู่ในวังเสร็จต้องเจอคุณรามิวกับเพทายที่คุณรามิวที่เหมือนจะคอมเมนต์เราใช่แล้วก็ต้องไปฟันดาบนู่นนี่นั่นจนก็จบด้วยโมเมนต์น่ารักเมื่อกี้ครับน่ารักมากเลยชอบที่สุดท้ายมากเลยครับหน้าแบบแสบมากแล้วก็มีความเป็นเจ้าชายอ่ะมีความออกคำจริงๆตอนเล่นนะผมก็ยังรู้สึกว่ามันยากนะกับการที่เล่นให้มีภูมิฐานแล้วแบบความเป็นเจ้าชายอย่างช่วงแรกๆที่คณินเข้าไปอาจจะไม่ได้เป็นเจ้าชายเต็มตัวแต่ว่าช่วงที่เป็นเจ้าชายเต็มตัวผมคิดว่ามันต้องยากแน่ๆเลยเพราะว่าป ปกติไม่ได้เล่นหรือว่าพูดด้วยน้ำเสียงนิ่งๆให้ดูมี power ขนาดนั้นครับอันนี้ก็เป็นครั้งแรกที่แบบได้เล่นแบบนี้ดีใจครับดีใจที่แบบไพลอตออกมาแล้วดีมากๆผมชอบนะชอบมากเลยครับก็อยากให้แบบแฟนๆเป็นกำลังใจให้พวกเราด้วยทั้งผมทั้งเฮียนพี่จิมมี่โอมด้วยโอมวันนี้เป็นเพื่อนใหม่ครับใช่มาเล่นเป็นเพทายโอมแบบน่ารักมากตัวจริงนิสัยดีมากเลยครับถ้าสมมติมีแค่มีเฮียเป็นพี่จิมมี่มีโอมแล้วก็มีผมอยู่ด้วยกัน4 คนเฮียพี่จิมมี่โอมและนุ้นิวมันจะเป็นหลุมอย่างนี้ เพราะว่า3 คนนั้นคือสูงมากแล้วก็มีโทมัสกับก้องมาด้วยโอ้แต่งเป็นเจ้าชายแล้วหล่อทั้งคู่เลยครับรอคอยเลยตื่นเต้นแล้วก็คิดถึงทีมนี้ด้วยครับแบบไม่ได้ร่วมงานมาสักพักนึงแล้วครับได้กลับมาเจอกันอีกครั้งนึงยังแบบสนุกเหมือนเดิมตอนออกกองสนุกมากครับไม่เหงาเพราะมีเพื่อนเล่นเพราะว่ารู้จักทีมนี้กันอยู่แล้วมีความสุขกับการออกกองครับโอเควันนี้ก็จบแล้วเฮียก็น่าจะอัดรีแอคอยู่ที่นู่นเหมือนกันครับก็ไม่รู้ว่าเฮียดูแล้วจะเป็นยังไงเดี๋ยวเราก็ค่อยมาคุยกันครับแล้วก็หวังว่าแฟนๆจะชอบแล้วก็รอดูซีรีส์ตอนเต็มเรื่องด้วยนะอีกไม่นานก็ใกล้จะเปิดกล้องใช่ครับใกล้จะถ่ายซีรีส์ตัวเต็มแล้วอยากให้รอดูด้วยครับแล้วก็วันนี้ไพลอตได้เป็นยังไงก็เม้นบอกกันได้นะใช่ครับแต่คิดว่าชอบอยู่แล้วแหละผมก็ชอบมากฟันดาบเองด้วยนะสเต็ปเนี้ยเมื่อยมากทุกคนฟันดาบวันนั้นน่ะ แบบเหมือนเราต้องสควอตอยู่แบบตลอดเวลาจนแบบขาสั่นแล้วแต่ยังต้องถ่ายต่อสปิริตครับต้องมีสปิริตพอได้ลองเล่นแล้วมันสนุกนะมัน
Can do spirit
มันดูมีสเต็ปของเขาอ่ะซึ่งมันเท่โอเควันนี้ก็จบเรียบร้อยแล้วครับกับการ react pilot ข้ามฟ้าเคียง
I like how he ended this video like 3 different times
ซีรีส์เต็มเรื่องนะครับได้เจอกันภายในปีนี้แน่นอน in 2024 นะครับปี 2024 นี้แหละรอดูด้วยนะวันนี้ก็ขอบคุณมากเลยครับที่แฟนๆรอดูพร้อมกันแล้วก็ช่วยกันเล่นเทรน X ด้วยอย่างนี้ก็ขอบคุณครับน้องคณินขอตัวลาไปก่อนบ๊ายบาย
Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some love. The pipe dream that we'd get it this year. Hopefully, you know, I think summertime is probably a good estimation, maybe even earlier. Maybe by spring or something. I guess they're still filming it, so gotta add a little bit of time for editing, right? Hopefully, well, as we discussed earlier, hopefully they're editing the episodes and they have them done so they can just release one, you know, somewhat soon, and they can just finish, you know, filming and editing the other ones later on in the series. Give or take. They're roughly halfway. Ooh. Yikes. Anyway, go throw it some love. Check out the official pilot. I did react to it previously. So you can go ahead and check that out. Go ahead and bring up some information we got here. Let's see. Soon 2026. Indeed. Seems about right. Did you sleep well last night? I did. Oh my gosh, I just stepped on confetti. Did you sleep well last night? I did because last night Ia didn't snore. Oh. Big doggo stretches. Curious. Small kitty stretches. The jorts. Those are like Junko jeans or whatever the heck they're called. Those jorts are huge. They're almost pants. They're almost capris. I cannot believe that's coming back in style. Jorts. Weren't they made fun of for the longest time? Like it was such a like fashion mishap. Bug bites are being filmed. Why pinch yourself? I'm fabricating them. I would want to know who would win in a clumsy contest, me or Z. Had a last minute info search, so it's a bit random. That's totally fine. Pointing and looking at an airplane. Oh, the straw got him. That's hilarious. Bickering in Okinawa. Funny. Monday had an early drunken New Year's costume party. NuNew dressed up as a nurse. Apparently, during yesterday's party, NuNew was not only wearing doctor gown, but nurses, and with fishnet and red heels. Some of the people said that they hope it's not true. Like, what? WTF? If you feel comfortable like that, what's your problem? I'm on top, but down the flip flop. Oh, that is way too much. Love to see that thing go pop. Don't be phony, baby. Show me I can ride your pony. I mean, I'm on top, but down do whatever you want to do. What are you doing? Love to see that thing go. It looks good. Also, the shoes are a lot of fun. Fishnets and stockings are good looking. Glad he was feeling himself. Maybe the sight of all that leg temporarily fried their brains. That's hilarious. Z and NuNew doing a TikTok challenge. Gotta zoom out. Zoom way out.
The taste of your lips are sweet. All I need in this moment is you. And my only wish has come true.
Dancing Disease Super. Why did I say Super? I love how I read that first. Dancing Disease new song Super Secret. That was such a very cute TikTok. It was adorable indeed. That song in the background was NuNew's Christmas song. I did recognize it. Extended version. Oh no, my AirPod died. Dang, they can't even last a full stream now? That's crazy. Oh, we are at 4 hours. Oh my gosh. NuNew discussing how affectionate Z has been publicly lately.
หวานออกสื่อบ่อยเหรอก็ไม่รู้สิครับจริงๆมันเป็นเรื่องปกติอยู่แล้วสำหรับผมไม่ได้ขิงไม่ได้จินเจอริงด้วย แต่ว่าเรื่องออกสื่อบ่อยก็รู้สึกว่าเฮียเยอะขึ้นครับใช่เหมือนเฮียแบบว่ายังไงดีพูดในที่สาธารณะเยอะขึ้นใช่ปกติเราจะแบบไม่ค่อยครับเพราะเขินเรียกว่าคือแบบอาจจะแบบว่าอยู่ด้วยกันมากหรืออะไรอย่างเงี้ยก็แบบ
Why is her voice so quiet?
ใช่ครับเดี๋ยวนี้แบบไม่ได้คิดอะไรมากครับอยากทำอะไรก็ทำเลยใช่
NuNew had a Christmas song out, obviously. Be My Baby. It was in that TikTok that we heard.
Won't you be my baby this Christmas?
Little preview there. See. Oh. Hear that.
Áo mùi sao à? Chip chip bộ. Nóคืออีกานี่
I mean, I feel like he's nailing it.
มันไม่เปลี่ยนนะร้องไงอ่ะ
A duck? How did the crow not work? And then randomly it worked. I love how he didn't give up either. That's so funny. Love reading articles like this. The highlight that makes the atmosphere of the event even more impressive is the compatibility between the two young men. When standing together, they become the perfect partner who both take care of and support each other in every moment. This warm relationship is not only reflected through gestures, but also the chemistry. Dinner with Dolce and Gabbana. Ooh. Cuteness and chemistry of the two hot young actors create an atmosphere full of warmth and impression at the Dolce & Gabbana exclusive gala dinner that's just been held. That's a heck of an invite. He sounded the same. Yeah, every one of those crows sounded exactly the same. All winter collection. Delicately designed suit. Looks elegant but hidden with happiness and charm. You know what's funny? People describing fashion like this is like whiskey aficionados going, you know, the nose has a very cedar taste, cedarness to it, the palate, and then the the lasting flavor of burnt wood and mahogany. It's kind of hilarious. Yeah, I saw the C. C. That's that translation doing that for sure. Z has done Milan Fashion Week for D&G the last 2 years. Wow. We're hoping with them inviting NuNew along for dinner, he might represent D&G too. Yeah, maybe. Seems like it. Unless it was like a +1 situation, maybe. Couple not only impress fashion, but also creates a lovely moment that fans and coworkers talk about a lot. They become the perfect partner who both can take care of and support each other in every moment. I don't know. I don't know if it's a +1 situation or they were both equally invited. I'm assuming they would both be invited. So maybe, possibly. This wine is like leather. I heard that recently. Oh my gosh. Some of that stuff gets so weirdly pretentious. Like I saw a video on YouTube where it was like, it's like a sommelier kit. So it has little vials of all the different scents that you're supposed to like relate to as you're tasting wines and stuff. There was like 150 of these little vials in it. And you're supposed to like get familiarized with it. I was just like, what? NuNew is waiting by the door with a bouquet of flowers ready to surprise Z, Daddy Z, on set. But NuNew got an even bigger surprise when Daddy Z wasn't wearing a shirt. Why isn't the video playing? Come on now.
Oh my god.
Give the people what they want. There we go.
Oh my god. ปิดเร็วสิปิดเราเนี่ยโอ้ยมันเส้นเลยให้จะเป็นคีย์
You're welcome. You're welcome. Why does it blur it when we've already seen him shirtless before? It's a good question. It's a good question. See NuNew in their honeymoon eras. Oh. Don't switch to the next video. Come on now.
โคตรถูกเลยครับ ใช้คำว่าไม่เขาเรียกว่าอะไรอ่ะไม่เสียใจเลยไม่มีอะไรที่เรารู้สึกว่าเสียใจที่เลือกน้องคนนี้มาเป็นแบบอยู่ด้วยเราแล้วก็แบบเดินทางด้วยเราณจุดนี้เรารู้สึกแฮปปี้มากๆครับผม
อยากบอกอะไรพี่ซีเพราะว่าถ้าไม่มีเขาเลือกเราวันนั้นเราอาจจะไม่ได้
บ้ามีถึงไม่เป็นผมน้องก็ดัน
ไม่รู้หรอกก็ถ้าวันนั้นไม่ได้คู่กับนี้ผมก็ไม่รู้เขาว่าวันนี้ผมจะเป็นยังไงบ้างจะได้มาเล่นซีรีส์ไหมหรือว่าจะได้ทำงานแบบนี้ไหมครับ ก็ขอบคุณเฮียนะที่เป็นพลิกลิขิตตั้งแต่แรกครับ
That just makes for an even better surprise, honestly. It's not expected.
บอกไม่ได้เหรอ ก็บอกอยู่ประจำไม่ใช่เหรอ
มันไม่ชินสื่อเยอะ
ว่าพี่ซีเราเป็นคน
That is kind of funny.
แต่ที่เลือกเพราะว่าณวันนี้รู้สึกว่าเลือกถูกแล้วที่เลือกคนนี้
โคตรถูกเลยครับ ใช้คำว่าไม่เขาเรียกว่าอะไรอ่ะไม่เสียใจเลยไม่มีอะไรที่เรารู้สึกว่าเสียใจที่เลือกน้องคนนี้มา
Excellent.
เป็นแบบอยู่ด้วยเราแล้วก็แบบเดินทางด้วยเรา
I hope you all had a wonderful time. That was our last video of the stream. We are 4 hours, just over 4 hours into the stream. Wow. Does this make me like a streamer? I guess some people do this for like 11 hours or something, like 10 hours a day. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's been 4 hours. Whoa. Did I get lost there a couple times? Like maybe I just took too long on certain videos, but yeah, it's been 4 hours. Oh my gosh. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful new year. Thank you so much for joining. You know, it is a holiday technically for a lot of folks, so appreciate you joining, of course. Yeah, people actually stream for like 11 hours. That's wild to me, but it happens. If you'd like to request your own videos, you can do so at toddreacts.com. Season and series tiers. That's how you do so. Look at the merch. Check out the merch. Winter collection available now. Members of the website save 15%. Ships globally. Quality guaranteed. All that good stuff. So check it out. Join the Discord. Lots of great people. Certainly you saw in chat here. They can tell you. They can attest that the Discord's a fun place to be. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow the Twitch channel if you want to catch these live. And also, you get a little reminder in the Discord. So if you want to just join the Discord, you can do that as well. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful night. I will hopefully get this up there on YouTube. You should be watching this on YouTube, hopefully, during New Year's Eve. Obviously, if you're in Australia, I can't. Like, it's literally impossible. I would have had to have done this yesterday. Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Be safe out there if you're going out and doing anything crazy. You know, don't get too crazy. Maybe a little crazy. You know, start the new year a little crazy. And then resolutions and all that good stuff, you know. Anyway, I would like to say thank you on behalf of myself. I don't know who else I'd be thanking you on behalf of, but on myself, this has been a tremendous year of growth and fun, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well. Not me getting emotional. Not me getting emotional. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Thank you for joining. I appreciate any and all time you have given me over the past year. It's been a minute. It's been hours. It's been days of hours. Appreciate it. Hopefully next year we continue to grow and have some more fun. Z got into yeah, right. And I have no doubt it's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe it's a song too. The song's probably doing it, honestly. Been awesome. You know, I started this channel 3 years ago, just trying to expand my algorithm and video, what I've seen and been into, and it seemed like YouTube was just very narrow medium because my algorithm was set. So I was like, you know what, let's give this a shot and see what other people are watching, and it's been really amazing. And I'm glad each and every one of you has joined this little excursion. Can't believe it's almost 2025, right? Doesn't 2020 seem like it was 2 seconds ago? It's crazy how fast it's gone. But yeah, it has been amazing. I hope you have a wonderful night. Stay safe in whatever you're doing. Or if you're, just hanging in there, watch a ball drop or whatever. People still do that, right? Have a little cheers. Here's a little cheers for you. Let's get this music going again. Here's a cheers to you. And yours. And hey, how about another one of these? Happy New Year. I will be cleaning that for the upcoming year, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.